to race Rob where I used the bongos so he would actually have a chance.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. To be
But
fair, it was a
that's
game
going
that he knew way better than me.
All right, you were gonna
Basically
race
clapping to swing your
Link to the
sword.
Past.
Yeah,
Okay, you guys were gonna race Link to the Past, right?
That's what we were going to do, was a link, not a Link to the Past, but Link's Awakening.
Yeah. Right. That.
If it was a Link to the Past, I would definitely beat Rob even using the bongos.
You would at this point, yeah.
But also, I would need 2 pairs of bongos to control Link to the Past.
There.
And that seems like it'd be a pain in the ass.
I mean, you saw the... Did you see the person who beat Dark Souls with bongos? He had to have like 3 or 4 pairs.
No.
Oh god.
I've seen people play through and beat Dark Souls with Guitar Hero guitars, not bongos though.
How would you even do Link's Awakening with the bongos with one set?
Because I worked out how many inputs the bongos have, and it's missing 1 input for what I would need, and that's the pause button.
Oh. Because it has bongo on each
Wait,
side. It has the
isn't the
clap.
pause button kind of important in Link's Awakening?
Yes, but I figured rather than having to hook up a second bongo, people wouldn't mind if I just have 1 key on a keyboard and the rest on bongos.
Okay, that's fair enough.
What other inputs does it have apart from the bongos and the clap?
So, let me tell you. Let me get all this dust off of it. So, each bongo actually has 2 buttons.
Oh, like the front and the back kind of thing?
Yep. Then it has the pause button, it has the clap, and I believe in certain programs you can actually hook it up so if you press multiple buttons at once it'll do a different thing, but that wouldn't work so well with Link's Awakening.
No.
So basically...
6 inputs.
So you can do up, down, left, right using the buttons on the bongo. And then,
Yes.
like...
Clap and start button for your A and B.
Clap and start would be A and B.
Wow.
That would be terrible.
Clapping your way through text.
That would be terrible.
Like, guy starts talking, you just like...
Fucking go faster.
like the guy's literally just like, do I keep going? This is like really rude. Like, you're just looking around. You're not even looking. You're like,
I never said it was a good plan.
oh, Raven's a bill.
Yo. Chris.
Yo.
Chris, you should have done that yesterday.
I don't even know what that emote that I got is.
Yo,
If I
they
would've
got
known there
Christmas
was something
emotes
important
now?
The reason I'm saying that is because we still need to get Rob to have a harder time in Skyward Sword.
If I would have known about it yesterday, I would have done it yesterday.
Wait,
I was
wait.
looking for a bit.
Rob, how about next time I come round, you do it, and then every time somebody donates like $1, I like punch you.
No, this sounds like a terrible idea.
Also, since my original choice is probably far out of the running, let's just solidify Mario and Luigi.
Or even like smash a glass over your head.
I just know that if that happened, Ollie would be half the donations.
Yeah, $1 from who's this guy?
Ow.
$10. Right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. I need to make
Okay.
an announcement, and then we should be good.
I would almost be incredibly certain I'd be against the TOS.
Yes.
Yeah, I would.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could do it on YouTube.
Yeah, but what does that say about YouTube?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Do you not have a Streamlabs donation link in on your channel?
Maybe, I don't know, because I was doing a lot of revamping, and some of
Oh.
the things apparently aren't there that should be there, and I
By
haven't.
the way, Ben,
had
if you
chance
want to
look into it again.
donate, do it on Saturday, because that's the only time he's counting the Zelda donations.
Good to know. To know.
So,
I
on
have
the
to feel
next
that your
Zelda
co-host
stream...
is actively sabotaging.
Zach, this is I expect this from Zach, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
it'll be the same when he's playing the game.
Oh, of course.
Like, it's the other way around.
Hey, fuck that guy.
But here's the thing, at least me actively sabotaging him is getting him money, so, you know, it's a win-lose.
I mean,
Mostly lose for him.
yeah. Slight win for him in the end, but mostly lose.
I'm just not looking forward to when we play Zelda 2.
Nope. All of my revenge.
Oh yeah, so Rob,
Yes.
quickly. You know, I said we should I could come over next week.
Yeah.
I can't.
I figured. I'm used to this by now, Ollie.
I've got fake Christmas next week.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yay, fake
Okay.
Christmas.
Now that the announcements have been posted, let's start in 5.
Yes.
5? Cool.
Just give people who want to watch time to head in, you know?
Yep.
Dungeons and Dragons.
And I'll say,
Dorgans.
I don't intend on having everything happen to Ben's character, but that's just how things go.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So you could never guess who will be doing the recap.
Oh my god, it's a kitten!
Giddy!
Let's be honest. Ben's just the best at the recaps anyway.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see a kitten's belly? How about a kitten's belly?
I see Cloud being very active as well.
Yeah, Cloud's
Cloud's
like
jealous.
that. Cloud's like, wait, I'll fight them. I'll fight them.
Let me at him. Let me at him.
I wouldn't be surprised if you're raising a barbarian hamster.
Look at the toe bean.
Oh my god. Right. I need to blue screen everyone for a second.
Don't blue screen my computer, Rob. Don't you dare.
Don't you?
Rob, I thought I was the one with the blue screen issues, and that's gone now.
Not anymore.
Right. There you go. Ben, say some
What
words again
for?
for me.
Say some words.
There you go. That'll do.
What did you bork, Rob?
Ben was too quiet.
Oh, I could just shout into the mic for the whole session if you like.
No, it's fine. I just needed to raise your volume in Discord.
Please don't, because I very much don't have you turned down in Discord, so...
Same.
Just get
Screaming
closer
into
to the mic.
No.
Not gonna lie, Ben's one of the few people I actually generally have turned up a little bit.
Yeah, that's because, for being a Scotsman, he's surprisingly quiet.
He's a very
think I'm
soft-spoken
trying to
Scots person. Yeah.
I tend to try and keep it down, especially because whenever I stream or do stuff like this, it's in the evening or night when
Yep.
my flatmates are trying to do things or sleep.
Yep.
So when you started whispering there, we should have changed the D&D Twitch
But, like-
title to ASMR with Ben.
I mean, ASMR of a Scotsman, our views would go through the roof.
I know, right?
He's not wrong.
And then we have donations where we just get him to say words.
Potato.
Irish.
I never said that people are smart, Ben.
Fair point.
And as a person on this call who may or may not be Irish, I take offense to that.
You take a possible offense to it.
I may or may not take offense to that statement.
I've not decided yet.
Hey, I know for a fact I am parts Irish, Scottish, and English.
Wow. You got
All
the
you're
best
missing
of
is
all three, didn't you?
Dragon Welsh.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you're just missing the Welsh.
I don't know for certain, but I wouldn't be surprised. but like, I'm basically part everything.
Like, my granddad was Scottish, so.
Hell, the only reason I say may or may not be just because the best we can find on my surname is just that it's derived from like a Northern Irish surname. So that's the best we got.
Yeah.
My grand's Italian.
I mean, I've got a very Scottish surname anyway, so.
McHaggison.
No.
That's Ollie's real name. It's Ollie McHaggison.
That's the only Scottish surname.
No, my real name is Scotty McTavish.
Like,
Thanks XCOM for that one. Hey, that was great.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's just like, yes, you can name generate for your members. Hey, this Scotsman is called Scotty McTavish. Like,
Wow, really?
okay, game.
First name Iron, second name Brew.
Okay, shall we
yes, I think it's about time for Ben to get started with the recap because interesting things happened to his character.
Well,
And it's entirely his fault for making characters that have such good reactions.
Yep.
last time on Dungeons and Dragons, Igra and, well, Tess as well, actually, both reeling from Alistair's interference with their exploration of the first floor. After reeling from the destruction of the room containing giant rats, the party decided to rest up, take refuge in a small alcove in the rooms prior, where the party managed to discuss and iron out all of the details of the past that Martivir had with the party. It didn't stop Alistair from completely fucking with us.
Nope.
He appeared during our rest, and not only did we find out the name of Martivir's very own Javelin of Lightning, which was dubbed Sky Splitter, Igra decided that Aaron should hold on to Sky Splitter as a memory of Martivir, and then Alistair cloned it.
I made another one.
Creating Sky Splitter 2, Electric Boogaloo. So now both Igra and Aaron have an identical copy of Sky Splitter. After further resting, Igra decided that what better way to pass the time than a little bit of chess. and played a game of chess against Alistair that he was almost certain that he wouldn't win. After attempting to make it a friendly match, Alistair raised the stakes and said that if Igra was to win, he would gain Alistair's hand. Yes, his literal...
Not his hand in marriage, he's just hand.
literal hand. But he also decided that should Alistair lose, he would also receive his hand. Which Igra is incredibly scared of because he lost. And now he has literally got Alistair's left hand, his severed left hand. As we continued exploring, we found an obelisk in the alcove at which we were resting, which gave us a small indication of where we should be heading to the south. The one direction we hadn't properly explored on this floor.
Who'd have thunk it?
So we explored to the south, reluctantly accompanied by Alistair himself, who, instead of following us with his creepy eyeballs, has decided to accompany us semi in person. We're pretty sure it's a simulacrum. But the entire time has been goading us, and well, we don't know if he's helping us. He might be helping us, or he's leading us to our death, or both, because that's how Alistair works. As we explored further, we found what appeared to be a map of the Undermountain, with 3 strange buttons up on the side that we were all too scared to press until Alistair promised us it wasn't a trap. We found out that there seems to be some kind of transport system between the floors of the dungeon. It was also revealed for definite that there are 23 floors to the dungeon of the Mad Mage. It seems that this particular floor links to the 3rd, 16th, and 23rd level of the dungeon. We also, upon our travels, came across Halithgurk, who was a revenant who had been abandoned by his party and was seeking revenge. Because at the moment, accompanied us, Igor doesn't fully trust him. We got to, however, the hint that the obelisk gave us told us of a two-headed king that guarded the exit to the first floor, which we quickly found out upon entering the last room of the first floor that meant a fuck ton of goblins and 2 ettins. After one might call it a bit of a close call with a crit from the ettin, Igra and the party managed to pull themselves out alive, defeating the 2 ettins and the god-awful amount of goblins, and we left off just as we were about to enter the 2nd floor of the dungeon. And we also leveled up.
One slight correction. You all left off just as you were about to take a long rest before entering the 2nd.
That's
Correct.
very true.
Also, and Lucan was there.
And Lucan was there.
And Lucan was
Hello.
Remember, that's how all the summaries end.
Lucan was there until he nearly wasn't there.
He nearly wasn't
Yeah.
there.
This time
Again.
he very much nearly wasn't.
Feel like Zach's trying to kill him, but...
Aaron's not having it.
No, not happening.
Listen, you're the one who keeps putting the squishy boy in the place he can easily be hit.
I'm not used to playing a squishy boy. You
But
put
also
me in
that's-
charge.
But
yeah.
also, to be fair, that's entirely in his character, so...
That's the other issue. Like...
One of these times he's gonna get crit and not survive.
Because it's like I say, if something seems out of character for him, you have the ability to veto it, kind of thing. It's not my character, I'm just playing him for convenience.
Yep.
But like, if what I've done is still in character and dumb, then it goes through. It's like, oh, okay, well.
So yes, I assume we will be resuming during basically the rest.
Yeah,
you'll
are we
basically resume
deciding,
after
like-
the long rest. Everything went fine.
Okay,
Oh,
that's fine.
thank God.
Yeah. During
And Hallister was just staring at you all the whole time you were resting.
Oh,
Just
that's
sitting there.
unsettling.
during the 2 hours that I would have had during my last rest, I would be taking some of my components around, and everyone else would see, since I'm doing this pretty openly, just like adding like these mechanical bits and baubles to my shield.
Yep. And Ben and Rob, can you make Arcana checks real quick?
Yep.
Okay.
When you pause, every time you pause like that, it's like X person and X person. Can you make a like con save, intelligence
That's a
check?
19.
A
19
death
on the-
save.
I get +2 in Arcana now. Woo!
Ooh, fancy.
I got a whole 17.
Okay, so both of you have noticed that your variations of Sky Splitter have recharged, despite the fact that you don't think it's done yet.
Okay.
Oh.
That's good
Okay.
to know.
I'll, like, once I realize that it's charged and neither of us think it's done, I'll kind of look at Aaron and say, you've noticed the same thing I have, right?
Yeah, it seems like the magic's returned to the weapon.
It feels too quick.
I don't really know a huge amount about how it works, but I assume it's like once a day kind of thing.
Yeah, Igor will explain that it's supposed to recharge every dawn.
Or specifically at dawn, yeah. And Aaron's
Yeah.
like, it's hard to tell how long we've been in here, considering, like, we're in a dungeon. Like, we don't know how long it's actually been.
Alistair just says, I figured that if it only recharged once every dawn, you'd get to use it like 2 more times throughout the entire dungeon, so I upgraded it a little.
Upgraded?
Yeah. No, it charges every time you take a rest. Long rest, specifically.
Yay!
Players are very happy.
Neat.
Well, Igra's gonna keep that holster down his back and say, well, I'm not gonna question that.
It seems like he's telling the
Really?
truth as far as I
I
can tell.
expected you would.
Meanwhile, Tess is still like banging away at this device on her shield. Ting, ting, ting.
When he says I expected you would, as I'm sheathing it, I'll just say I'm quickly learning that questioning your reasoning for anything is a fool's errand.
Attaboy.
You look over, you see Tess basically using a combination of mending and firebolt to basically like fire weld it onto the shield.
Like the back, she's just like going ham on the shield, and we're just like,
Yeah.
Just chatting. Oh, damn.
Yeah, she's
Interesting.
and she's also she's got like goggles pulled down over her eyes while she's doing this. Just like.
Occasionally, Igor will just go over and just like instinctively hand her tools that he knows she'll need.
Yeah, he's done this enough.
I can just imagine it being like a traditional sort of like surgeon situation. It's like hammer.
Hammer. Pliers.
And at this point, Hallister just says, well, you all have 5 minutes, and then he teleports away.
5 minutes.
I'm gonna assume that. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that means 5 minutes to get off the floor.
Yeah. That's we better get our hustle on then.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's get
I
moving.
will descend.
I don't think
Okay.
there was anything else I
Take the
need
path.
to do it along.
Like
the
all
rest, so-
requirements of royalty, we must.
I'm
descend.
hoping this worked right.
God, go on, roll 20. Do it. You can
That
do
was-
it.
Come on, you got this.
We believe in you, roll 20.
I
I
see
don't.
black. I see blackness.
I see something.
My God,
Oh,
the
God, I
second
don't
floor
even
is
see
just a
anything.
void.
I see
There-
roll 20 randomizing dice
there
roll, sort of.
Should
Okay,
be
black-
something.
I
just
see.
gonna-
I see our counters, but they're in the black
Black.
void.
I
Oh,
just see void.
oh,
Aha! I found them.
hold on. Hold on.
Guys, we're now in space. It's a vacuum. We all die.
Space.
And
Plot twist: this
GG.
is a Starfinder campaign now.
You all immediately die to the effects of vacuum.
yeah, and we
Can
now
be
start floating off into
Jesus.
the void.
Hold on, let me try just moving one and placing it again. See if that gives you any light.
My laptop has started charging now, so
So,
Fantastic.
judging by a rough estimate of the size of this floor being zoomed out, trying to find where we're supposed to be. Jesus fuck.
well, the thing is, if you look at how big the floor is, it's actually just like it's probably just continually expanding.
Just goes forever.
It's just
Okay.
a void.
Someone moved Aaron onto Skelf.
Yeah, I fixed it. Hang on.
Because
I
I've
fixed it.
noticed-
I fixed it. You're now on top of Scal.
Unless they've changed things, roll 20 stops at the top and bottom of the map.
Yeah.
It doesn't just continuously scroll.
No. We're just making a joke because it's an endless void that we are currently sat in.
I'm trying to figure out if things are working. I'm trying to get them to work. Nope, I've just made you all disappear from
Yeah, I
existence.
just can't even see me anymore.
You walk down the stairs and disappear from reality. The end.
TPK.
We're gonna
Uh,
be here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Mossack
I
figures
thought
out.
this would work. Why isn't it not working?
Mossack figures out how roll 20 works.
Why is this not working? I'm going to figure this out. I'm returning to the previous floor to check out what's different between your tokens.
Fair enough.
Right. What?
Now, luckily, I can return to the previous floor without you all, so you get to stare at this lovely black screen.
Yay!
While you're doing that, I'm gonna
Ah,
go
yes,
sort
the
some
cold
stuff.
embrace of
Hey,
the
I found
void.
us. Finally. But,
Yeah, I just had to zoom all the way out and then be like,
Yeah.
oh, there's some blips.
That's what I.
Also,
Again, Jesus
Oh.
Christ, the size of this fucking
Oh.
floor.
And before it's just one giant room with 3 dragons in it.
Oh,
Good luck.
say that because I could see that being something that happens.
I was also to say good luck. We're all counting on you. I don't know why I quote airplane a fair bit because I've never actually seen Airplane.
Have you not? It's so good.
No,
It's worth
it's one
watching
of
at
those
least
movies
once.
it's always one of those movies I've intended to see, but just never got around to it for some reason.
Okay, so the tokens are the same. It's something to do with this floor's settings.
Ah, this floor is set to immediately kill us upon entry. Makes sense.
That would
Just
make
ignore-
sense.
Ignore what you might see at this moment.
Okay, how about this? I'm just gonna tab away.
Oh, we have light.
Hey.
We have
you
light,
see.
and we don't see anything beyond our
Yeah,
light. So,
What?
yeah. We can
Whatever
see
you
this
did
hallway we're in, but that's it.
yep.
Hold on. Let me try. Okay. Once this loads. Okay, now the fog of war should be enabled as well.
Yep. So we can see down this hall. like, we
Okay,
can see,
cool.
like,
So
the
now
two-
you can see, and when you get to a point where you can't see, you won't see what's in that area
Okay.
Nice.
again. Cool.
Man, the void was real cold, guys.
It was.
Kind of chilly, you know?
Can't take your breath away as well.
So,
Oh yay! It immediately looks like we have company.
Oh no, that's our revenant friend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you not remember? We had a
I
ghosty
forgot about
friend.
him.
You actually skipped them out of the the recap as well.
No, I mentioned him.
No,
Oh,
you
did you?
mentioned him, but
It was a very
Yeah.
brief mention.
Halif Gark,
Yeah, that's him.
yeah.
who had his party, just leave him for dead.
I tried to make it so you all would be able to see his nameplate, but you can't, so it's fine.
That's fine. I mean, I also can't see Scalf's or Tess's nameplate,
Tesses.
so
Yeah.
I can't see Tess's. I can see everyone else's.
Well, I should be able to fix that, because I know what the problem is with those.
good old
Canonically,
role-playing and its
Tess
tech
just
issues.
Now you should see Tess.
Tess is
Nope.
canonically,
No?
Tess is canonically a small girl.
too small for nameplate. There we go.
Yay! There we go.
There we go. Can see them both.
Yep,
I've
I can see
seen,
Scouts. So,
yep.
Okay, cool.
and Scouts was the only one I couldn't see. So,
Yeah, it's because I didn't have it set so all players could control you two. Because
Gotcha.
you only see the nameplates of things you control.
Oh, I see.
gotcha.
That's
So
fair
yes,
enough,
we
though.
come down this hall, in
Yes.
downstairs into this new hall.
Okay. Let's head on out and explore them. See what we can find.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Time to find out what's waiting on this floor to kill us.
Whoa, whoa. We good? We good, game?
I think so.
There we go.
Oh, well, there's
and
a
it looks
side
like,
room.
See a room.
well, looks like already we've come across something, what appears to be just a dead end side room.
Yep.
Hey, look, it's an empty room.
Yeah.
It's so empty.
In that room, you would see a bunch of just trash and debris littering the floor. And the walls have stone reliefs that you're not really sure what they were supposed to depict, because it's been chipped away very poorly, and you'd have to get up close to see what's going on with that.
Got you.
Getting up close to things, that sounds dangerous.
Everyone's so paranoid now. It's great.
Gee, I wonder fucking why.
Well, I mean,
Alright,
I still want to
let's-
make an investigation check
Yeah.
on those.
We
walls
probably
to see if
should. Head on in.
Yeah.
Oh, this is real laggy for me today. This is.
Oh,
Why is it always on the stupid stuff?
18. Oh.
I crit.
Oh, nice.
Why is it always on the stupid stuff?
I rolled a 12.
Oh,
so-
you have no idea, Chris. So, those reliefs on the walls look like they used to depict dwarves carrying supplies, but the dwarves' faces have been chipped away and replaced with very cartoonish goblin heads drawn in with charcoal.
nice.
God damn it, Alistair.
Fuck Alistair.
But we also noticed that apparently this room is not as much of a dead end as it initially seemed.
Yeah.
No, it actually does seem like
Oh.
it goes around the corner, which is cool. So we can have a look and back up this way.
Let's head on.
Let us explore.
Soldier on.
Oh, it is super laggy for me today to move around. Like I can still do it, but it's way worse than it was on the last floor.
Yeah, it's something to do with this floor.
Uh-oh.
Pillar room.
All right, so there's a room with some pillars we can get in on the right, or we can keep going down the hallway.
And
Pillars are interesting.
I say we go down the hallway first.
Oh, one for hallway, one for pillars. Where we going?
Well, I mean, we can kind of see into the room. Can we make a perception check to see what we see from here?
Yeah.
It would have to be a pretty good perception check.
I mean,
I
you
rolled
can
pretty
kinda see
good.
down the hallway.
I mean,
too.
I could crit.
Okay, well, that works too.
I could crit on the perception check, and that could be a.
I-
Rolled another 12.
I got like a
Well-
23, so.
Ben and Rob, you can just barely make out what appears to be a goblin at the end of the
Oh.
hallway.
It looks like there's a goblin in there. Or at the end of the hallway, even. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I can
Oh,
just
yeah,
barely
end of the
see it.
hallway.
Yeah,
Alright, so there's definitely an enemy up this way. Do we want to go fight the enemy, or do we want to... I feel like we should go and fight the enemy.
Yeah, we should probably take things out so we're not getting ambushed if we're exploring.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement with that sentiment.
Okay. The question
How far
is...
away?
The question is, do I initiate the attack by just shooting it with an arrow?
Well, I mean, it's like 100 feet away.
Yeah, like longbows have a long range.
This is where we hit him in another fucking.
Longbow
5
has a range of 150 feet.
Oh.
I'll float. I'll float. I can also hit that thing with my firebolt from here.
Yeah.
How at
also-
it range
yeah.
bolts.
So yeah, Rob, I'll just float this. My firebolt will do it 2d10s plus like a d6.
Yeah, you do it. It also doesn't use my ammo up, which is obviously limited, so...
Alright. I'm gonna sight up this goblin then.
Yep.
Yay.
So, just put me on the map right where I would be just to get him in range.
Okay.
well, what's your range?
120 feet.
Okay, you're there right now. It says that's closer.
Could you... Yeah, that's 100... Yeah, I'm at 110, so you'd be like a couple of squares back, potentially.
I'll just take it from here then.
Okay, that's fine.
Alright, Tess, take the shot. Okay, it's not a crit, but it's high. The fact that you're putting your face in the book worries me.
Uh-oh.
How much damage did you deal to this innocent goblin who was just trying to build a stage?
No! Was he friendly?
We just killed
I'm assuming lethal? 13 damage?
That sounds lethal.
You killed Terry.
Terry!
Oblivion's just calling us out as murderers. Listen, every other goblin we've met has tried to stab us in the face. I was just like, you know.
Yeah, thus far we've only met one thing in this dungeon that has just not immediately tried to kill us.
Terry, no!
And that's our revenant friend.
Justice for Terry. He deserved better. I guess we should explore up.
Well, let's head up now. Now that we've finished off the goblin, let's head up.
Finished off the goblin. Finished it off. Like, didn't even start.
No.
We just
At least he
nuked
didn't
him.
suffer.
I see more goblins.
Oh no! And I bet you none of them would have been hostile if Terry hadn't died.
They're all on their knees. Like,
What? They're all like, Terry, no!
who killed Terry? Why? What
We
did
have to
Terry
play this off
do?
like, oh my god, what happened?
Jeez, did you see that fireball come out of nowhere?
Yeesh, Hallister's crazy.
Damn you, Hallister.
Well, Brandon, it would appear you're lucky, and Terry was an asshole anyway.
Screw
Oh,
you,
so apparently
Terry.
everybody
Nobody
really
liked
fucking-
you.
Okay, so me and Aaron are effectively the ones going up here since.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you just go up here and you hear goblins say to you, "Hey, why do you kill Terry?"
Because
Because we're kind of used to things trying to kill us, and the one time we thought to take the initiative, maybe turns out we were in the wrong here.
We was just trying to build this stage,
what stage?
and now you've gone and set it on fire.
You got anything you can do about that? I just say looking at like everyone else.
I mean,
Well,
I
we
can.
don't have magic.
Well, I can smother the fire and then just like try to mend it a bit. I don't know.
Yeah, Eager just kind of shrugs.
There's always a shatter.
Why are you guys building a stage?
Yeah, while you're interrogating him, I'll just be like, "My problem. I'll attempt to put this out." Because it shouldn't have had terribly long to like set the whole thing on fire.
Yeah.
Did you return Terry's corpse to them? Like, here you go. He's not on fire anymore.
Yeah. Why are you trying to build a stage?
Because we're having an auction, obviously.
An auction.
I'm assuming, by the way, that Terry is dead, and there's nothing that's gonna heal him.
In terms of being a player character, he would have been 1 hit point away from being insta-killed. But he's not a player character, so he's dead.
Okay.
Man, he dead.
So yeah,
Yeah,
while
he's
he's
just gonna kind
So,
of
yeah, I
whisper.
think-
There's nothing I could do about this
yeah,
one.
I think while Aaron's basically empty down low, I'll actually like to make a point of showing them like my woodworking tools and just be like, I'm in the wrong. I'll fix this. This is willing to admit. Tess is willing to admit when she fucks up.
Yeah, Eager will be giving Tess a hand with some of the heavy lifting because she is small.
To be fair, I'm probably not much smaller than these goblins.
Yep.
So why are you having an auction? What have you got to sell?
It's none of your business.
Well, what if I want to partake in the auction?
We don't allow people who set our stage on fire to partake in the auction.
But we're fixing the stage.
We'll build you a better stage.
You set our stage on fire, no auction. Them's the rules. Already had to explain this to Terry once.
Wait, what?
So it sounds like we were helpful in getting rid of Terry.
Listen. You're lucky Terry was already in trouble with the boss.
The boss?
Yes.
Is this Hallister?
What are you, some kind of idiot?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you guys have a chieftain.
Yeah, while Tessa's hammering on the wood, just like, don't answer that.
There are such things as captains and lieutenants. Perhaps you guys had someone that was in charge of this auction.
Yeah, the boss.
Then where is this boss?
Oh, I would assume that he's where he always is.
Which is?
I swear adventurers these days.
Listen, we don't know the layout of this place.
These goblins are 1000% done with our shit.
They didn't like Terry, but you just killed him for no reason.
We didn't kill him for no reason. We killed him because we thought he might be a threat.
Since when has a goblin been a threat?
Enough
Fair
of them
point.
can be a threat.
I mean, are they?
Says the one who took like half of his hit points and damage from goblins last session.
Just goblins.
Yeah. Yeah, one of them crit me.
In fact, I think you got crit multiple times by goblins.
I did.
Yeah,
Crit by a
Zach.
fucking in.
yes.
Zach and his really good rolls. Multiple crits in the same round.
But only when I'm rolling as a goblin.
Yeah. Or an Etin.
Or drow gunslingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll finish up with the work I'm doing on the stage.
So I'll ask you
Very much
again.
at least like I prepared the burnt bits.
Where is this boss of yours?
I already told you where they always are, I assume.
Yeah, but where are they always?
Aaron, I don't think we're going to get anything specific out of them.
I'm very, very annoyed, and like I'm like so close to just like unleashing on them.
Okay, so I'm
kill them
gonna
all.
like assume because this particular goblin is interacting with us, of the 6 goblins that are left alive that aren't Terry, I'm gonna assume that he's gonna take a charge. So I'm gonna go up to him and I'm just gonna say, "Hey, look, I'm Igra. What's your name?"
Oh, you want to know my name before you murder us all?
I have no intention of hurting any of you. I'm gonna shoot a look at Tess.
I'm so ready.
I really want to just up my goblin tally by like 6 right here.
Listen, we just want to get back to work. Why don't you all just head on through and go to the market? We assume that's where you're heading anyway.
Oh,
The
there's a market down
market?
here?
Since...
Yeah, the market. The goblins gotta make a living somehow.
I mean,
Well,
I guess it's true.
Most
but
of the
we
time
weren't
when I've
expect-
most of the time when I've encountered a goblin, you've generally tried to kill me.
We're a tad jumpy at the moment.
Hashtag not all goblins.
I don't care, I'm a fucking elf, I'm racist as fuck.
You're just gonna say, I'm sorry about my compatriots.
Just head on through before we have to call the boss's guards for you all interfering.
We will do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Igor is just like, yeah, we're so like backing out the room, like we're sorry.
Honestly, though, Tessa's actually just kind of curious about the fact that there's a market down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A market for, because she's saying, a market for whom exactly?
Like, what could they be
The
selling?
goblin.
Like, my mindset is I could just kill them all and then just take whatever's on the market and not have to worry about it. It's
Yeah,
just
and
goblins.
Igor would think that that would probably come with terrible ramifications. Because let's face it, if the goblins are managing to run a market in this kind of dungeon, they probably have something protecting them.
I don't think that far ahead.
Yeah, thankful for you, Tess. Tess is now. Tess very much is now.
Especially when that goblin was like, I hope we don't have to get the boss's guards on you. Because that was made Igor think, oh no.
More Ettins.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just move through to this.
Yeah, I guess we'll carry. If you guys are like just gonna move on, I'm not gonna like start shit if you're not. So.
Yeah, no, I'll basically just like make a point, just like arms raised, just like, all right, well, all right, well, we'll comply, we'll play along.
All right, let's move on.
And I thought you all weren't a murder hobo party.
Well, in fairness, I feel like this is the only instance where it's just. To be fair, once I realized the mistake, I'm just like, okay, now I'm gonna start backtracking this because I literally thought this was gonna be an we came into this dungeon thinking everything was gonna try and kill us.
It's
Literally,
true,
everything
like-
was gonna try and kill us.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you killed Terry.
It's just a goblin. Come on now.
Goblins are people too.
There's like a bunch of
they
them.
are.
They'll be fine.
It's like a bunch of them.
All right, so as we start looking around here, what do we see?
Yeah, so we can see there's a back room here as we're like in this room.
Yeah, and as you're walking by, you would see that there's a bunch of chains hooked to the ceiling, and there's one goblin hanging from them, wailing.
Inviting.
I'll just mention this as what did he do?
He stole food from the boss. She, rather.
She. Sorry, my bad. Goblins, you know.
You just get all of their eyes on you, glaring.
He's just gonna put his hand on Aaron's shoulder and say, maybe it's time you stop talking.
And you also gotta remember, my charisma is -1. Like, I'm not, like...
Yeah, this
Maybe
is why
it's
Igor's
time.
been trying to do the talking, because he has a charisma of 18. He's just like, Aaron, what? Like, please.
I'm good at killing people. I'm not good at much else. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna walk on by.
It's like, oh, I'm certain that they deserved it.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine if we had have started a fight. Imagine how many goblins we would have to fight. Like, just look at how many there are. Oh god.
I mean, I could kill quite a few.
Yeah, only if they bunched up. They're all spread out at the moment.
That's fine. We go to an area where they have to bunch up. Funnel them in. Hot gates.
It's just like we do our manticore trick again.
I'm just moving you all into the.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
we basically
can't
just
do
come
that,
into this
'cause-
big old room with what appears to be like a shit ton of goblins.
Yep.
I think it's
Yeah, a
the,
little
like... I think it's like, on this floor, there seems to be, like, dynamic fog of war. So, like, as I'm moving my character, the fog of war is actively changing.
Was
that didn't do that in the
that
last
was
one.
floor.
It only changed what I could see when I actually placed the character. And I think that's why it's lagging so much for me.
Oh, let me see if I can fix that then.
Yeah.
Are we in the mines of Moria?
There we go.
Maybe.
That should be fixed now.
Nice.
Cool. Oh yeah, that's much smoother now to move around.
Oh yeah.
I would.
Whatever
I
you
know.
did, that fixed it for me. The lag for me too.
Yep.
Yeah, it does. It looks like we're in the mines of Moria. With pillars
It-
and
So
It really does.
goblins.
So what do we got?
into this
Dwarven
room,
monuments.
look up at the 60-foot high ceiling supported by these 2 rows of massive stone pillars.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And they call it a mine. A
And
mine.
you see roughly 8 vendor stalls
Oh.
just down in between those pillars.
Oh, down
And a
at the,
lot
at
of
the bottom.
goblins.
A lot of goblins.
And against the north wall, you see a granite throne atop a rectangular stone dais.
Okay. Is there anybody in the throne?
No.
The throne has been draped with animal skins, and it has monster skulls and trinkets twisted up in wire around it, but there's no one sitting in it at the moment.
Well, I'm guessing that's probably where the boss sits.
Yeah, you see like
Good guess.
that sort of like storage shield now. Just like, I'll be honest, wasn't expecting to see like.
Civilization.
I was gonna go for more economy, but yeah, that works too.
One of the goblins near you just pipes up, "Hey, we believe in capitalism."
I'm literally just like really not happy about this entire situation,
Yeah.
honestly.
Ego's just gonna kind of shrug and say, "Huh? Well, it couldn't hurt to look around."
I mean, Tessa's got no problem with goblins. Like half the engineers in the Izzet League are goblins.
I mean, I guess, yeah. Like,
Like, one of your companions, Rob, is a kobold, which isn't terribly different.
it's not.
Yeah,
It's not. To be fair.
I'm the goblins. I'm the goblin of the draconic world, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Igor's intrigued. Igor wants to have a look at whatever is going on down on these stalls.
Might as well.
I think the difference about Tess is that Tess has a companion that, you know, could go toe to toe with me.
Well, toe to toe, yes. Head to head, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think we'll
so
start heading down and having a look at these stalls because I'm legit curious of what they might be selling down here. Even though I've got no money.
I have a teeny bit of money.
I have money.
armor, shields, weapons, adventuring gear, tools, trade goods, food, and drink.
That's
Oh.
important.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that I'm not gonna be able to get much for 5 gold.
Not really, no.
Guess who has all the money? The person that doesn't want to give it to a goblin.
You've also found some things to sell, haven't you?
Have we?
Igor doesn't have much.
That is a good question. Did we find things to sell?
I don't think we have.
There were things to sell on the last floor, but did you all actually manage to not grab any of it?
I think so, yeah. I think we didn't get. There was one time that we came across like an item that would have been beneficial, but we were all too scared to do anything with it, so we didn't.
Yeah,
Because we
and
just
Marvin was
lost.
fucking dead,
We
so-
just lost like
Because it was,
Martivir,
like,
like
right
after,
after
like
Martivir
just
died in
before
the
it.
card.
So we were like,
We
nope,
found
that's
the
it, we're done.
Yeah.
Also, look at it like this. Me and Igor joined at the party at the point where, in the time that we've been a part of the party, I've got a Mask of Hallister, which I'm not sure, kind of certain I want to sell,
Yeah, that's probably more useful
might-
potentially.
and a shard of a door with an Elder rune on it that I'm fairly certain I really don't want to sell.
I mean, I could sell a single javelin since I have my javelin of lightning. I've got Sky Splitter.
Yeah,
I don't know how much a single javelin is worth.
not a lot.
Yeah, I feel like if anything, I just sell my hand crossbow, which I mean, I guess I technically still have. I just haven't used it.
Okay. Yeah, and then there's me,
from the
who's
sounds
like
of it,
has
you
like
aren't
over
really
1,000
doing much
gold.
shopping.
I'm like,
Because the only one who could manage to do much shopping is Rob, and Aaron's not going to.
No.
no, he's very wary. Like unless he sees something in particular, like he's not likely to do it. At the end of the day, we don't need like supplies as such. At this point in time, anyway. And how many? I still have like 16 arrows, so I'm fine. I don't need to worry about that. And we all have food and water and stuff. So
We have an unlimited supply of food.
yeah,
Could be a
exactly.
good berry.
As long as I have spell slots, we have food.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing like necessary for us to buy. So unless something in particular catches his eye, he's not gonna do that. Or if someone else
At
sees
worst-
something and they try and persuade me to
worst-
buy it, but like,
At worst, I would just have a look around and see if like any of them have any weird like technological baubles that
Yeah.
may have scavenged up. But even then, Tess wouldn't actually be looking to buy them. It's so much more out of intellectual curiosity.
are all the stalls down here where like the pillars are at the bottom?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll like make our way down there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Aaron,
and as you're looking around, you would notice that all of the stuff they're selling looks like very standard adventuring gear,
yeah.
and they got the blood off most of it.
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah.
ask a goblin. I was just gonna ask a goblin as a pacify. I'm gonna take a stab and say you scavenge this off of the people that die here down in the dungeon.
What are you talking about? I make all my stuff myself.
He says, wiping
Okay,
the
maybe
blood
not
off one
you
of the
spec-
things.
Okay, maybe not you specifically, but
Yeah, he's a terrible liar. You know for a fact he's lying, or just based on what he rolled. You don't need to make a roll to check that.
he's like, well, I am sure your goods are very well crafted, sir.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna sort of like move myself down and sort of like towards the middle of the room, I guess, where the actual market stalls are,
Okey-doke.
kind of thing. And I'm basically gonna be like super on guard because like I don't I don't trust anything.
Why would you trust anything?
Can I sell, just because I know I'm not gonna use it, can I sell the like the normal javelin that I
Yes,
have?
you can.
Yeah, I figure I might as well just offload my crossbow bolts because I can't use it now. So it's a hand crossbow, so you know.
Yeah. The javelin. I don't know how much that costs on average, and I don't really feel like pulling out my book.
Give me a moment.
Thank
'Cause I got my
you.
book right here.
My book's not within arm's reach.
A javelin would be Not a lot. 5 silver pieces.
Wow. Okay.
And that's after you've halved it.
No, that's the buy price. So he would be closer to like 2 silver pieces and some.
And
copper
5
pieces.
copper.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I could convince him that this is a very special, important javelin?
Make
And
that
he might wanna
charisma
sell
check.
more of such a high quality.
Time to barter.
Go ahead. Make your deception check.
Okay. It's a 17.
Now roll again and take the lowest number.
Oh. What? Oh, fuck you, dice. Okay, that's a 17 because the second roll was a crit.
Hold on a moment.
That's not fair.
The waste
Yeah,
of the
this
crit.
goblin's seen a lot of javelins in his day.
Oh.
He knows that there is nothing unique about this javelin. He says, 2 silver pieces.
It got worse.
Alright.
I guess I value the javelin over the 2 silver pieces.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm gonna leave.
So, I needed to double check how much it is for basically a stack of bolts. Because I didn't fire any of them, technically.
Yeah.
So it's 1 gold piece for the bolts and half a 75 for the crossbow.
You can do the math, just half the price of each.
Yeah. Just remind me, it's how much silver to a gold piece?
10.
So
The conversions are real simple.
Yeah.
We don't
so-
have anyone who can cast Revivify anymore, do we?
No.
No, we did not.
We do have 900 gold's worth of diamonds.
Guess who has
No,
those?
I have somebody that has one by the hammer, but that's it.
Well, you're
There
not
we go.
entirely sure how much the diamonds have.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
we know that there's enough for at least 2 uses of Revivify and approximately 1 for a third. So we don't know if it definitely has enough for a third.
Yeah.
no,
We
and
know
no-
that there's
and-
definitely enough for 2.
So yeah.
and nobody in the party knows that my hammer can do it.
No.
Right.
But like, guess who has the
Essentially, no,
diamonds?
We don't have Revivify.
Who is the one that actually took ownership of taking stuff off Martivir's corpse?
You!
Great.
And he's not gonna deal with goblins.
Alright, so yeah. Total, it would be 38 gold pieces, and I won't haggle. I'll just take their price.
That's the smart call. These goblins are used to adventurers trying to haggle with them.
They're wised up to it.
Well, yeah, but Tess also finds no reason. I was like, I'm starting to realize I can't really use this, so I'll just trade it in for gold and maybe get something better and more useful for me down the line.
Okay. Well, if you are done selling things,
no one actually bought anything. People just sold shit.
yeah.
Well, we'll certainly keep it. We'll keep this place in mind if we find any more gold on the floor.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Marvir is by this down here. Why is that not pinging? Because I don't have the right tool, that's why. Wait.
You want to go down that corridor?
Well, there's
Yeah.
also the one near the side we came in.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean there's a door at the bottom and a door at the top right as well.
Yeah, there's a few ways to go from this room. So
And I will
in that
tell
case,
you all.
Yeah, I will ask these goblins like where those doors go specifically, if you know.
Which doors in particular?
The one up here near the on this hallway near like where the throne is.
The one here?
Yeah, that one, and the one down here at the south end of the room.
The one here?
Yep. Those two
Okay.
specifically I want to know about.
Roll persuasion.
Cool. Not my best stat. 12?
Yeah, this goblin's fine with telling you. The room up towards the north leads to the boss's stash of treasure, basically.
Cool. So, don't go there, is what I'm being told.
Yes.
Loot time.
No. No, that very much tells me no. That is very much no.
And the one to the south
a couple of well-placed shatters.
The one to the south leads to a hallway that leads to all sorts of places.
Okay.
And that goblin would also tell you that if you go back the way if you go back towards the stairs and go sort of more towards the upper left corner of the map, you'll find something interesting. Definitely something you'll never see elsewhere.
As in this.
In
place
this
here?
dungeon? Who'd have thunk it?
As in this location, south of the auction.
No, like near the stairs,
Yeah.
top left of the map.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right.
So left of the stairs,
Huh.
basically.
Alright.
I see.
Well.
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel it's just, like, out of character. Just, like, I feel like, yeah, this is taking a shot at that goblin is totally an in-character choice Tess would have made. But once realized that they could get out of this without actually finding anyone, and that they probably actually meant them no harm, Tess is also quick to just, like, I'm in the wrong, I apologize.
I'm sorry for murdering Terry.
Yeah,
I want to ask.
I don't... Yeah, shock of shocks. I don't like going murder hobo.
I
think murder hobo is the worst way to play D&D.
I want to ask where that corridor goes.
Goes where the boss always is.
Okay.
Does
You're like, that
boss
one's
mean
out too,
boss
then.
of the floor?
See,
or-
I turn to Tess when she says that, and I'm like, well, does it have to be? I mean, aren't you curious about what this boss is?
I'm not that curious.
I feel like
Listen,
if we
you,
take
the
out
boss
the
is
boss, the rest will fall
not-
in line.
The boss isn't that likely to harm any of you and actually welcomes visitors more than most goblins.
Wow, that's...
Maybe we should talk to this guy. He might have information about the floor we don't already have.
It
I don't trust him.
can't... Well, you don't have to trust him.
Jeez, Rob.
Igro's like, it's not about trusting him, it's about information. And we can use all we can get at this point.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't...
Igro's heading down that corridor. Igro wants
So, yeah.
to meet this boss.
Yeah, don't make Tess pull out the old adage knowledge.
All right. So you're heading down the.
Yeah, that
corridor.
corridor in the right word.
Yeah.
I will
we're
follow
curious.
you because I don't trust that you'll be safe by yourself.
Well,
Probably all
where
way.
Igor goes, Tess is pretty much right beside, so...
Yeah, Lizy's gonna follow as well.
Yep.
A lot of people in
Oh,
there.
hello.
Oh, there's a lot of people in here. Hello.
Brandon there trying to read the one token.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I'm looking at Ollie.
You could, yeah. That's a fair few I could fit in there.
Bob.
I actually don't think I know this token off the top of my head. So that tells me it's probably something unique to Mad Mage, or at least I just can't place
Are
it.
they
Yeah.
bugbears? Are they bugbears in the top?
Yeah, in the
In the
corners. Looks
Yep,
like
those
it.
are bugbears.
Yeah.
Yep.
Goblins, bugbears, something
then
important.
Towards
and-
the south, you would see a dwarf chained to the wall who has been gagged, and he has copper orange hair, but his beard has been shaved off.
Oh.
You can't do that to a dwarf.
Question.
Oh, yeah.
Does he have a chin?
Yes.
Wow.
Why are you asking the question? You're playing a dwarf.
Yeah, Scout doesn't know.
He's never seen his own chin.
How would Scalf know? He's had a beard for like forever. Scalf's gonna look at the dwarf and just be like, "What is that?" Looking really, really confused.
Okay.
Yep, and Halith, who's still with you all, as you probably forgot.
No, I remembered.
Oh, I remembered he was well.
Halith will just say, that would be Copper Stormforge.
Well,
I'm gonna
ex-friend of
assume-
yours?
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm assuming you know him.
Yes, he was another member of our adventuring party, the Fine Fellows of Daggerford.
Hmm.
Sounds like you might not need to get your revenge on this one.
Yeah. Looks like these goblins have done it for me. And then, one thing you would have noticed as well is the person who's clearly the boss doesn't appear to be a goblin.
Nope.
No. It
Okay.
doesn't.
I would like to approach that group and introduce myself to this boss.
At the north end of the room, you see a mound of cushions with what appears to be a very handsome human just eating an apple on it.
Okay. I'll go up to like here so that I'm not breaking the line of goblins and just
Yeah.
kind of on one knee kind of put my mace downwards like one knee and say, Igra Marfaldum, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I just sort of look at him, and like look at Eager and be like, "What are you doing?"
I'll just kind of whisper, it's called respect, and it's how you don't get attacked by about 60 goblins.
Didn't save Terry.
God damn it.
Terry was just trying to do his job.
There's like Terry's family sitting at home going, "Where's Terry? He's late. Is he coming home?"
He had the safe job. He was just building a stage.
Exactly. Someone goes like, "Yeah, he kind of caught fire."
God damn it. Well, I've tried to introduce myself.
Anyway, you'll just sort of get a strange look at you in response to that, and the human figure will sort of respond, you adventurers, so weird.
And who might you be?
I'm Yek the Tall, the boss goblin of this operation.
The boss goblin.
I just sort of glare at him, just like,
Oh my god. I'm going to avoid commenting on the fact that he's clearly not a goblin. I'm just going to say, the
But you're
boss
not.
goblin of this market.
Lizy doesn't care.
Okay.
She's gonna call it out.
Oh god, no.
Yek the Tall just sort of takes his, I'm trying to see the right word. Just takes his circlet off, and you see him transform back into a goblin. Yes, I am. And puts it back on.
Oh,
Okay.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
I
Could
avoided
a
making
check
the
to
Star
see
Wars
if I know what the
reference.
fuck's going on there.
I'm glad I did.
That would be Arcana.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I
Yeah, let's find out.
Interest.
I
Not great.
don't think
14.
16.
I mean, better than my 5.
Well, Igra, that is a circlet of human perfection.
Oh.
It transforms you into the perfect-looking human.
Oh.
By whose standards?
That's a good question.
By the circlet's standards. The circlet chooses the physical characteristics of the form, such as age, gender, skin color, hair color, and voice.
Huh.
Huh.
Okay then.
I don't really know how to take this information. I was like, I'll just ask. I'll say, a circlet of human perfection. It's been a very long time since I've seen one of those.
Yes, and it better be an even longer time before you think about taking one.
Not that I would ever want or need such an item, but why? Why do you want one?
What do you mean, why?
What's wrong with being a goblin?
Do you see how I look right now?
I agree.
I mean, let me just quickly roll something. I'd give you a 7 out of 10.
It's pretty high.
The bugbears just sort of point their weapons at you.
Oh, God. Hey, I meant no offense. I'm a dragonborn.
You can relax. This guy clearly has bad eyesight.
You know, in a lot of circles, vanity is a sin, my friend.
Yes, and in a lot of circles, being overly religious is not welcome.
E-girl just kind of make himself stand straight and say, all faiths should be respected, regardless of who you follow.
Yes, so you should follow our faith and shut up about yours.
Oh, damn!
Oh,
I mean, you're talking to a fucking goblin, like.
Eager's patience is running thin.
Yeah.
Eager does not like fucking yaks at all.
So yeah, Jess will probably just be sort of like, so you and your I don't know, what do you want to call it, tribe, clan, run this market down here?
Yes.
I'll be honest, we weren't expecting to run into such a thriving community within this dungeon.
Clearly, you've not heard much about the people down here. For starters, you have no idea about Skullport if you think this is a thriving community.
Well, we've at least heard of it, but.
Well, I as a player, unfortunately know what Skullport is, but
Can I roll to see if I know
think
what Skullport is?
We heard
we
about it
established
last session. Last session, it was
Yeah.
on the map.
and we've also established we've not been in Waterdeep long enough to
Yeah,
know what
we don't know
Skullport is.
anything about it.
Great.
Well, yeah, Tess will just say, well, you're certainly right about that. We haven't been in the... well, at least I and my friend here, gesturing to Martivir,
Really?
not been-
Martivir? You sure about that one?
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I'll be surprised. I'm shocked that it's only happened once. Let's put it like that. Igra, I'll just point to Igor, just like, we're not from around here.
Regardless.
Yeah, if my manner of dress is not a major indication that I am certainly not from around this area.
Igor's gonna turn
I'm just glad I've not heard of you all trying to attack any of my goblins so far. Most of the parties that come think hostile as soon as they see us.
Igor's gonna turn to Yak and say, one of your community told us that you were welcoming of travelers. It seems that that was a lie.
Oh, we are welcoming of travelers. They're just not as welcoming of.
Why? I feel as if I've been nothing but respectful since I walked through this door, and yet
I personally got no problems with goblins. Many of the most talented engineers in my guild have been goblins.
Most people, when coming down from the first floor, they just tend to be on edge and attack the first thing they see.
Oh, that's quite understandable. We came through the first floor, and we're sad to say many of your many goblins up there did not show us near the same level of hospitality as you've shown us.
Fading lips.
Yeah, those goblins don't realize it, but they're under the orders of Xanathar.
excuse me.
Oh, do I roll a fucking intelligence check? I've heard of this Xanathar.
Oh, we know Aaron and Lucan have.
Yeah, but unfortunately.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what that roll is because that was an 18, so I'm assuming I'll need to know something about the Xanathar.
I got an 18 as well.
And if that's just a general intelligence check, that's a 24 from me.
Yeah, if it was general
And
intelligence.
Scalf doesn't seem to care whatsoever.
Upon hearing that, I am literally just gonna go, what would Xanathar have dealing with goblins in this place?
Oh, we don't know. We just know that he had some of those brain thingies take over the bugbear bosses up there.
Well, we can certainly confirm there were plenty of intellect defenders up. Killed a son of them too.
Oh, good. Maybe those goblins will finally realize they were working for someone who's not me.
So they were
We will
being
certainly hope so.
manipulated. That's very Xanathar.
From what I've heard, that it doesn't sound too out of the ordinary.
So Igor's just gonna address the dwarf in the room and kind of point and say, so what's the deal with Beardless?
Well, this is what happens when adventurers come through and just attack goblins at first time they see us.
Bring it. In my head, I'm thinking, bring it. I can take it.
Normally we don't shave a beard. Normally we don't shave a dwarf's beard. However, he kept spouting on about his hatred of goblins, so we felt it fitting.
Igor is recalling everything that Aaron has been saying since he walked in.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, Ollie, you do it. Ollie, I'm not gonna lie, you do it. I straight up walk from the game.
I'm waiting to sort of just for them to basically initiate something at this point. Like if they decide they're coming at us, I'm ready for it.
Igor is very quickly realizing that people know that we have killed Terry, but it's obviously not reached yet, which is
Why?
good. And is
Why is he
realizing
just
that
kind of
we
standing
should...
there thinking like, we need to be moving. The more
Yeah.
he's saying this, the more we need to get moving.
Igra
But
is
she's
just
not
gonna...
say anything out loud because
Yeah,
her
so
being nervous and
yeah.
wanting to get away is going to give it away.
Igra's gonna turn to Yak and just kind of say, well, it's been wonderful meeting you. We can assure you we mean you no harm. But we are quite busy. We should probably continue on our way.
Well, I'm not exactly one to stop you.
Good. Igra's just gonna be like, good day. And he's gonna start walking away. He's gonna leave. He's leaving.
Yeah.
Alright.
And basically, as soon as your group leaves that room, 3 goblins will go around you and they'll say, so, you've seen our boss's curse.
His curse?
Curse?
The circlet. Our boss is no longer one of us.
Oh,
I mean, he can transform
does
at will.
everybody feel this way?
We want you to take that curse from him.
Amicably?
He seems fairly attached to it.
Not to mention that there seems to be plenty that would take exception to us if we were to try and get.
None of us goblins would care. The bugbears, not so much.
Perhaps there is a way that we can deal with this amicably, but if not, we can take a couple bugbears.
Maybe.
So, hang on. Because this is typical goblin, right? This is like infighting, basically. Like, there's probably goblins that would stand up for him. They're saying none of them would, but that doesn't mean that none of them will.
Is that a risk we're willing to take?
I'll turn to the goblin that's talked to us and say, how can we guarantee that this isn't just a minority uprising against, compared to a whole group of goblins who hate their leader?
We don't hate our leader, we love our leader.
So you would prefer if we didn't murk the bastard?
Yes! Why do you adventurers always turn to killing?
I didn't. I have a plan.
I just sort of like
have an
shrug and I'm
idea.
like...
There's no guarantee this will work, but I will try my best for you. Igra has a plan. Okay. Is there any way? I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter if these particular goblins. If I was to like quote unquote like whisper here, I know these goblins would be able to hear it, but nobody else but the people in the party and these 3 goblins would hear me, would they?
Most likely.
Then I just kind of want to subtly say to the party, look, this guy is obsessed with how he looks, but the only thing we've heard him talk about other than himself and his looks is the fact that he has all of his goblins following him. If we can somehow convince him that his goblins would no longer follow him and would deter away, we could even use the Xanathar to say that the Xanathar would take all of his goblins away from him. If he doesn't look like them, maybe we can convince him that the circlet's a bad thing.
You're an idiot.
It'd be worth a try.
I mean, we might... My only other idea would be... Oh, actually, hold on. How fast is everyone? Because I have an idea.
Just grab it and run.
Basically, because I have command. I could...
I'm base walking speed 30 feet.
Yeah.
So
30.
I'm gonna say I have
30.
3 plans. He's like, I have 3 plans. We have
25.
convince him it's bad. We have if anybody has magic that can alter how that circlet looks, we could convince him it's cursed and that it'll damage him over time. Or I can just command him to drop it, grab the damn thing, and we run.
Isn't command one word?
Yeah, and I can command him to drop.
Drop
And
what?
he'll drop to the ground.
Yeah, like
It's
interpretation
drop.
of
The target
command.
drops whatever it's holding, and then it ends its turn.
It's
So
not
as long as I
holding
could
the
get him
amulet,
to
it's
show us
wearing
how it works again, and he's holding it in his hand, I could get him to drop it.
Perhaps.
I have a thing that can work with the curse idea.
Okay.
I have blindness, deafness.
So if we convince him that that's the circlet causing that, he's not gonna want it anymore.
Slight problem. Everyone
Yeah.
will see you cast that component. Cast it. I don't know. I feel like if we were going to help out with this, we would need a fully formulated plan. Maybe we should just move on, and maybe if we come up with something, we could come back and help them. But otherwise, I feel like if we just do something half-cocked, we could make a situation far worse.
See, I know of a way that it could work, but I'm not gonna say it.
Oh my God, if you suggest killing everyone.
No,
that'd
that's
be
not
our
even it. It's
suggestion.
actually a viable thing that we could try and do, but I'm not gonna say it.
Why?
Because it's not up to me to suggest it. It's the character everyone forgets.
Oh. I'm gonna ask Lucan if he has any ideas.
Lucan
Okay,
will
Lucan.
just say,
You're good at sneaky plans.
He is
why
a
are we
rogue.
even considering this? They haven't offered us any sort of reward.
Good
That's
point.
a fair point. I mean, having a bunch of goblins that are friendly with you can't be a bad thing.
And one of the goblins will say, yeah, and it'll be certainly better than if we let the boss know you killed Terry.
So we're going the blackmail route.
That's an incentive. I'll turn back to Lucan and kind of shrug and say, there's your incentive.
I mean, do we really need Igra? Or Tess, rather. Tess.
I didn't kill Terry!
Tess. No, Lucan would just say, well, there are plenty of ways we could go through with this, but...
Food for thought. What if I make him a trade?
Trade.
Boss won't trade anything for that. It's his most prized possession.
Even something that isn't of this world?
You can ask. Just be careful you don't offend the boss.
Hey, want to see a magic trick? It's gone.
That's an idea, but I was like, Lucan, any solid ideas? Or are we gonna...
Or are we just gonna...
I mean, from the sounds of it, these goblins won't get in our way, potentially, but they might as soon as we remove the circlet, if Yek orders them to.
This is true. They are loyal to him. Even if they don't like the way that he looks.
So
But
we
would
should
they-
try to go about this a bit more peacefully.
Yeah, the best option is diplomacy. We need to convince him that he doesn't need or want that circlet. which it seems the best way to do that would be to convince him that it's either bad for his health and that it'll slowly kill him, or it'll affect him negatively.
I've got a thought. What if we try to convince him that the circlet is slowly opening up his mind to the influence of Xanathar?
Oh. How do we convince him of that, though?
Okay. Would Ace though? It's a huge conflict of interest for me.
We could say that we can maybe tell a story of how we came across one of the bugbears on the first floor that was wearing a very similar circlet, and we fear for his safety that he may be unwittingly opening himself to Xanathar influence.
That's true. Would I be able to, like, sense that Aaron is, like, internally toiling whether or not he should say
You could
something?
try.
Which I suppose would be insane.
Like, I'm visibly thinking about something.
That would be an 18.
Yeah, you probably figure it out.
I'll just turn to Aaron and say, it seems like there's something on your mind.
I will... Yeah, I will cast message and just sort of speak back to Eager. It's like, I can do this. So basically, message is I utter a, like, you know, the command for the spell kind of thing. And then I can communicate with you without anyone else but me and you hearing me.
How good's your Xanathar impression?
Well, Aaron's never met the Xanathar.
Nope.
We just have to hope the goblin hasn't either.
But if you guys can make it seem like you're opening up his ability to hear these messages, like these messages have been there all along persuading him. But if you make it so that, like, we have the ability to make so you can actually hear the messages and understand that you're being controlled, I could then cast this and project a voice into his mind.
Also, when I do my...
You can also probably do that from the other side of the other room
If I know exactly where he's located.
Which,
Yeah.
I also would like to add, see when I do my lay on hands, the implication is that my hands glow and stuff, right? If I just act like I am opening his mind to what the circlet is saying so he can actually hear its influence, we can just fool him into thinking the circlet is possessed by, like, thoughts of the Xanathar.
Goblins aren't too bright, but he is a boss goblin, so he might be a bit brighter and not fooled by it, but...
It's worth a try.
I feel like this...
better than anything else we have.
I feel like this is the best idea we've come up with.
I mean, it's no door-to-door door salesman, but it's a close second.
Well, to be fair, nothing's ever gonna top this.
Nope.
Okay, let's fool ourselves a boss goblin.
What should I say? I think this is the first thing I, like, turn to, like, everyone.
How
I'm like,
much do we know about the Xanathar, and how can we relay that in a message that he would understand?
Well, here's the better question, because Aaron was there when Yarlaxle disguised as I'm spacing on her name, but like, he was there when the old Waterdeep party learned that the Xanathar is a beholder. So the better question is, what do we know about beholders?
They're paranoid as fuck.
Yes, and while Aaron's rolled for that, and Lucan's rolled to figure out what they know about beholders, but in the last campaign, none of you have.
Okay.
yeah.
That'd be just general intelligence, right?
Yeah. I think.
I rolled a
17.
21, so I probably know
18.
a fair bit, maybe.
Okay, Brandon. Basically everything you've read about beholders in these wonderful books.
All right, so yeah, beholders are basically paranoid as hell and look basically to. They think themselves as like above. A beholder thinks that they are just straight up the best. They actively seek out to subjugate lesser races, which they think is everyone.
So what?
I like how you basically described Aaron when we first introduced the Waterdeep party.
Oh yeah.
So, what if the Xanathar is trying to get this boss goblin to get all these goblins together so they're all in one place so the Xanathar can have easier access to getting influence over them?
So, if I was just to say like a sentence to convince this guy, it would be something along the lines of "Don't trust these guys. Keep growing your forces."
Yeah, something like that.
Because the only way I can really convince them is to tell them to attack us or to not trust us or to do something detrimental to us, which he could just do.
I mean, or you put the spin on it of keep gathering goblins, your numbers are growing, or even our numbers are growing, because then it sounds like the Xanathar is trying to force the boss to work with him. Keep gathering goblins, our numbers are growing.
Yeah.
And that also confirms that we know the goblins upstairs were influenced by the Xanathar, and it seems like it's including those in the numbers as well.
Yeah, Okay, I like the sound of that. That could work.
Let's fill ourselves a fucking goblin body.
This is so convoluted. I love it.
I'll accompany Igra because I'm basically acting as the expert on the artifact, essentially.
Yeah.
I'll probably stay out by Aaron to make sure everything doesn't go to shit out there.
I'll head back in, and I'll address Yak and say, but this time I'm gonna make sure that I'm still acting as if I did the first time. So I'll be down on one knee with the mace in the ground, kind of thing, with Tess with me, and kind of say, Yak the Tall, we have troubling news for you.
Yo, we're gone for like, what, 5 minutes and you come back with troubling news?
I would say my compatriot here, Tess, has, upon reflection, realized that this circlet that you own, it seems familiar to her. And then I'll kind of gesture to Tess as if to say,
Your
say
turn.
something.
You mentioned how the bugbears of the first floor were being influenced by the Xanathar.
Yes.
We came across a bugbear that was wearing a disturbingly similar circlet to you, or to yours.
Deception.
Can I assist on this?
I mean, you can.
Lizy should have gone in for this.
Because I do have good charisma.
How's an at 20 sound?
Oh!
That works.
That sounds great.
I mentally prepped myself for this,
That
apparently.
depends. What's your charisma stat?
-1.
It's bad, but
I'm assisting though.
What if you were contested by a nat 20?
Oh my god. This is why me assisting is helpful.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Let's just say, be very glad that Ben's assisting.
Oh
no. He's not easily persuaded at this point.
Oof.
Next phase.
So I assume that we think that this might be believed.
You're not entirely sure.
I'll kind of stand up and say, I am a paladin. I have a lot of gifts given to me by my celestial god, and I have reason to believe that I may be able to affect the magic upon the circlet so that I can reveal to you the true nature of it. I think I can show you how it's influencing you.
Deception.
See, I have a much
You have a
better.
much better chance of doing this.
Yeah,
Yeah, the only reason it didn't just fuck
that's
out of the gate.
23.
Yeah, the only reason we were boned out of the gate is literally because I rolled me.
Yeah, yeah.
You said 23.
Yes.
Good. This goblin boss just barely doesn't believe you.
Fuck!
Guess who rolled another crit?
Holy shit!
Damn it, Zach.
Holy shit!
It's gonna be the hardest thing we've ever done.
My god, and I rolled a 19!
This is what you said because this is the most thought out thing we've ever done too.
Oh my god!
Yep.
Shatter's looking pretty good now, right?
Potentially.
It's a backup
Hold on
plan.
with that for a little bit. Shatter and
Um,
Moonbeam are the backup plans.
The boss will just say, I've never heard of paladins having such powers.
and then I will say, it's a more complex application of a simple ability. I have the ability to remove curses and remove, well, evil from objects. And I have reason to believe that the curse that is placed upon this particular circlet can be temporarily wavered by that ability. And it will reveal to you the true nature of it.
And that's not necessarily untrue.
No. So this time you get advantage. And this time the goblin did not roll a crit.
Oh, probably rolled a
Okay.
19 instead.
That would be a mod 20.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to see what you're talking about.
I would like to I'll like extend my I'll stay on one knee, but I'll extend my hand and say, if you just grasp my hand,
Cool.
I can use the spell and you should be able to hear.
And Aaron, I believe your plan is to like be up here and message.
Yeah, basically.
And I'm going to be standing roughly where, in a position where I can see both Aaron and what's going on inside to kind of motion.
So she can like nod at me to,
Yeah.
to do it.
So if I was to use my lay on hands and give him to try and heal him 1 hit point and have my hands
Yeah.
glowing,
Well, basically,
Make
what you
them-
do is you expend a like 5 points from it, and then
yeah.
you would expend 5 points to act like you're removing a curse, even though if technically you aren't.
Yeah. Which would make my hands glow. It would make him feel good as well, because healing magic would still make him feel good.
And once his hands start glowing, I kind of do the motion towards Aaron to start.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, Aaron, have you realized something?
What?
Why don't you look at your line of sight between you and Yek?
Oh no! There's a bugbear in the way.
Oh, what have we done?
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Line of sight.
Aaron!
We've severely borked the plan.
It's all gonna fall apart. Oh, how tall is a bugbear?
Tall.
You can theoretically do it right. You just need to be very lucky in pointing in the right place. So just roll me a straight d20.
This is looking like a heads or tails type of situation.
Yeah, I got a 17 on the die.
You're not sure who you've reached.
Oh, no.
Oh
We're gonna find out real fucking quick, though.
no!
This could backfire very much so. Okay.
Yeah, yes, it could.
Okay, so I'll basically relay what we were saying before, so I'll say something along the lines of, good, our forces are growing, keep growing, keep working. Something along those kind of lines. I don't know whether I'd put it exactly like that, but that sounds like what we would have said.
Okay. So, I'm gonna take a rest and break.
God dang it, Zach.
Damn it.
God damn it, Zach.
I've actually needed to for a while now, but this is great timing.
Oh.
F it, I'll do the same then.
Oh.
I may have just got
am
us all
feeling
into a
holding
very big
this
combat
guy's
scenario.
Holding this guy's hand as they glow.
We might be fucked.
On the other hand, if this goes tits up, I'm at
If it
close
goes-
range.
If this goes bad enough, at least if I roll high enough on initiative, you guys can run out and I can moonbeam in front of the door.
That's true. Not only that, you can moonbeam in front of the door, and I can cast fear as well.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes,
my god.
but then we just have all the goblins out here to deal with.
Yeah, I
In
was gonna say.
theory, in theory, those goblins might not mind.
I mean, the ones
No, they said
right
they
next to
still
the
love him, they
door
just
might
want
not
to circle it away
mind.
from him.
Because they're the ones
They
that
said
kind
they
of got us
still
to
like
do it.
him, and they still want him to be their leader.
Yeah,
They just
like-
don't want him to have to circle it.
They'll follow his orders, they just don't want him to have the circlet anymore. So, like...
I mean,
We might-
or I could make a sleight of hand check and run.
that is also
Sail the
true.
circlet. Oh.
You want to know the reason I
You
was
could
pointing at,
very well be
Lucan
fucked.
kind of thing? Is because Lucan has +8 to sleight of hand and +11 to stealth.
That's great. Lucan isn't standing holding this
No,
guy's hand right
but
now.
like this is why I was trying to point you in that direction when we were first trying to figure stuff out. I was like, he's really good at like stealing shit. Like,
Oh my god.
We're potentially fucked.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
the second you decided what happens.
All right, so that question: how fucked are we?
Well, first of all, I want to point out that was just a case of I couldn't really hold it in any longer, and that was just the funniest
Yeah.
timing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No question.
But
how fucked are we?
anyway, Yek reaches his hands up. And throws the circlet against the wall, smashing it.
Oh my god, yes.
Victory.
Oh my god, yes.
Our... So it was as we feared then.
Girl kind of like, at this point, kind of let go and stand up and say, the last thing that we wanted was to have you being misled.
We We do not want your people to fall down the same unfortunate fate that those who have been dominated by Xanathar did.
It was the market. He said to keep gathering. He wanted the market. It was his plan all along. That's it. After this auction, we are leaving. We're heading to the surface and setting up shop there.
If the Xanathar are so easily influencing your people down here, that might be for the best. We only wish you luck when you return to the surface.
Well, we could actually move this auction a little forward if you all have some gold. Would you all be interested in a beardless dwarf?
To which Tess, quite honestly, replies just like, we already have a dwarf, but we thank you for the offer.
In that case, you best be on your way. We never know when the Xanath attack now that I've caught on to his ways.
Fully agree. And
We shall depart and wish you good luck.
Yeah, we shall.
Oh my god. So, Igor's just gonna walk.
I literally cannot believe that worked.
Yep, time to walk out.
Okay, Zach.
It was as
quick
close
question.
to not working as it could have been.
Yeah, just like, I'll be honest. How close did he come to beating us?
It was as close to not working as it could have been.
Like,
Basically.
2
So-
crits.
So
Right,
as
so
usual
yeah.
with our party, it's a one number difference.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
you
basically.
think you're joking, Chris.
Oh my god.
I know I'm not. That's why I said it.
Tess and Egrub will make a call out to everyone and just say, "All right, we're done here, everyone. We're headed south." And as we're passing the 3 goblins. Tess basically just gives them like a subtle thumbs up.
I'll obviously walk back down here to kind of rejoin with the group
Yep.
and be like, I assume it worked then.
Smash the damn thing.
Right, can we get out of here now? Are we done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're headed out the south door then.
Like, we got nothing from doing this other than avoiding getting into a fight and almost getting into the fight we were trying to avoid getting into.
But we managed to avoid the fight and didn't have to fight a shit ton of goblins.
It's true. Imagine if we didn't kill Terry. Like, they would have had nothing to bargain with.
True.
I was tempted, a little bit tempted to.
I would
like,
also not gonna lie, Rob. Remember, I was the one who took the bullet on that, but you were the one who.
I was the one that was gonna do it, which would have been even more thematic.
Actually, this could work out for us. I mean, it's unlikely, but there's every chance that they might leave something behind in the treasure room when they go up back to the surface. So it might be
Maybe
worth at
we
least
come back
checking
here. Maybe if they vacate the premises in a couple hours, we come back in and just have a peek around. You never know.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
by
South
the
door.
way, did any of you all mention what the auction was for?
I was about to actually turn to our revenant friend and say, so this auction, it's for your beardless friend hanging in the other room.
Anyone got like 10 gold?
I'll pass him 10 gold.
Halif just wanders into this room, tosses Yek the 10 gold, goes to the south, and that's no longer a living dwarf.
Oh, he's dead.
Wow. God damn.
Yep.
He dead.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. One of my initial plans was essentially paying a blood money for Terry. That was gonna be one of my initial plans. Just like I recognize I was in the wrong.
This kind of works.
I would gladly come. Yeah. Right, south.
Let's go.
So can we go through this?
Fuck
Do
outta
you remember what was in this door down here, Brandon? Because you're the one that asked about that.
Nope, they just said there was
Hallway
many
with
things
rooms.
beyond that door.
Oh, okay. Got you. All right, well, I guess we'll go through the door. Let's find out the many things.
Yeah. If we find a path that leads to the northeast, we should probably head that way too, because apparently there's something interesting.
Northwest.
That
Northwest,
we'll never
that's what I
see
meant.
anywhere else.
We'll keep that in mind, but
Like, if we're thinking about coming back this way anyway, there's no issue for us to be
Yeah.
able to do that. So,
I'm still in awe. Just like I cannot believe that worked.
Oh, neither can I.
Holy shit.
It's no door salesman, but it was honestly one of the few things our party has thought about, and we managed to execute
I'm
successfully.
just so glad I kept
Despite-
message.
Despite the fact that none of you really realized, wait, Message sort of needs not quite line of sight, but he needs to be able to point at a creature.
I need to
And
be
if
able
there's
to
another
point
creature
at
in
them.
the way of said creature,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I also realized something else we forgot to do with the 3 goblins, but it's too late for that now too.
What?
Huh?
Did any of us do insight on them to make sure they weren't lying about not telling about Terry?
no.
All right, that's true. None of us did that.
It's just like
Or-
I thought about that as we were talking
Oh.
about leaving, and it's just like, shit.
Well, we're just gonna have to proceed on and
Just take
hope
what
they
they
were
want.
telling the truth.
Yep.
If the goblin I was talking to was any indication, they're apparently bad liars. So,
Yeah.
All right, looks like we got a bit of a split path coming up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you kind of do.
Where? Oh God, where are we going?
Well, judging by the
That
layout,
goblin told you that led to a hallway, which leads to many other things.
it looks like the. Oh wait, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does. It looks like the left path might lead all the way up to where that treasure room was.
It could sneak in there, steal something.
I'm still against maybe staying away from that until give them time basically
Yeah.
Clear
to
out.
leave.
We should,
They might be smart enough to have security on that entrance.
we could
Maybe.
always go straight to see what's going on down here with the crumbly bits.
Yeah, something seems broken. Might as well.
So you think we should head straight?
Yeah.
Let's start off straight.
More of Alistair's artsy dungeon design.
Yeah.
with pre-installed crumbly bits.
Okay.
Oh.
So it looks like it leads into a room, and then I imagine probably a dead end on the actual. Oh no, it does keep going. So we can either keep going around there and have a look around there, or go into the room.
You can see how much of a hard time they had getting some of the lighting right with this crumbly bit, because the light's going through the wall there.
Yeah, it is. So that bit. Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
So up or down first, then.
definite room, potential other room. Definite room, potential other.
Yeah, I suppose we could head into the one that's definitely leading into what looks like a broken room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What can we tell about the room, Zach?
Well, obviously the room's partially caved in,
Yeah.
Yep.
but these tunnels that are exiting through the room appear to have been, like, bored through the caved-in sections.
Okay.
That's it.
It's not
That's
as much
it.
as we can figure out. Okay. So we can either go through the door up there or sort of backtrack.
Well, if something's bored through and tunneled through, maybe it's because it leads to something interesting.
Yeah, there is another cave over here that looks like it was dug out. Hold on, let me ping. Over in like this area.
Oh, over in that that corner. Let me just
Yeah,
move up
it
over
looks
there.
like there might be a tunnel there.
Oh yeah, there is. Totally
oh yeah,
is.
there totally is.
That leads to like a hallway back here.
Sure, might as well check it out.
All right, let's do it. Oh, this bit's kind of dilapidated. Yeah.
Dilapidated.
You'll figure out it eventually, Rob.
Well,
So,
more
up or
crumbly
down?
bits to the south. Might as well check if there's anything interesting.
Yeah.
Follow the crumbs.
And in this hallway, you would notice that the walls are painted with images of wizards, seeming to succumb to madness and transform into some sort of creature.
Oh no.
Yay.
Yay!
So, shall we just keep following the hallway at this point because there's no more crumbly bit past?
Yeah.
And like we can go around the corner.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
appears we can go
Gonna
around this
have
corner to
were
something.
wizards.
Where wizards?
Where?
Oh, there's
Where
another.
are the wizards?
There,
Wouldn't-
there, wizards.
Wouldn't that mean that you're a person that on a full moon turns into a wizard?
Oh, that's great.
I have a horrible curse.
I turn into a nerd at every full moon.
I have a desire to wear pointy hats.
So wait a second. Is this just someone whose group only meets up on full moons to play D&D?
Yes.
So every other D&D group.
Oh, okay. We can keep going to the right.
Yeah, we'll just keep exploring.
Yeah. Just keep following the path, I guess.
I found a man.
Keep following the hallways.
Oh,
There's a man.
it's a were-wizard.
Actually, it's a woman.
Where wizard?
It's a
Oh,
woman.
Still a
Were-woman. It's a were-woman.
It's a were-woman.
That's even. Okay, not touching that one.
And
Yeah, we're not going there.
Well,
anyway,
yeah.
when you go around the corner there, this woman sees you and just says, "Leave."
No.
What right do you have to tell us to leave?
Leave or I'll send my unseen servants on you.
Your unseen servants.
Okay.
She's gonna give you a wedgie with Mage.
Eager will say, well, that's a bit coarse for some people you've just met.
You have 5 seconds.
You haven't given me a reason to leave yet.
Okay. I have to pull up the stat block for this.
Oh, yay.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's a hit. You take 1 bludgeoning damage, Aaron,
Okay.
seemingly from nowhere.
Seemingly from nowhere.
Okay. Fucking unseen servant.
Well, as Rob will know, since he used to have an unseen servant spell, usually they can't attack.
Oh, I still do. I never changed it out. I was going to, but I didn't.
Are we gonna have an unseen Pokemon battle?
Well, no, because Rob's unseen servant can't attack.
Rob
It would be
has
a
the
very
unseen
one-sided
servant.
battle.
Rob has the unseen servant equivalent of a Metapod.
Or a Magikarp.
How did you do
Go.
that?
I told you, my unseen servants now leave.
No, 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 no. Unseen servants can't attack. How did you do that?
Yeah,
That's
you
another
feel like-
1 bludgeoning damage from a different area.
This is great.
Nutshell.
I like the idea of like Aaron just standing there not moving and then boom getting hit in the face. Be like, how the fuck did you?
What the fuck was that?
Stop it!
Like, I'm literally gonna start walking towards her at this point. Like,
Cool. Make a dex save.
Would I have been close? Well, I would have been right next to Aaron, right?
yeah. Yeah, so that
so
means
you
I
get
get a
add
24 on my dex save.
Cool. You just avoid tripping over something that you can't see.
I keep walking towards her.
Cool. Make another dex save. I'm gonna make you make a dex save for every single unseen servant you pass by.
Okay. This one was a 17.
Again, you avoid being tripped.
Why don't you want me to approach you?
Leave.
All you've done is tell me to leave, but give me no reason.
Leave.
Are you scared? Something intimidating you?
See.
Ooh, that's a crit. Take 2 bludgeoning damage.
What,
Oh, stung a little.
what I'm expecting next is Rob to just get hit with like 40 damage because like 40 of them attack him at once.
How close have I actually got to her at this point? Because I was moving forwards. So, like, how far?
Well, you've moved past 2... Oh, hold on. I have to change to the right overlay. You're there.
Okay, so I've got basically further in the doorway.
How much would I know about unseen servants?
Make an Arcana check.
Yep, I'm a assist on that matter.
Uh,
Tess would probably think something's up.
that
Something
is
screwy here.
19.
That's a 25.
Well, Ben, you would believe that there's no way an unseen servant could possibly attack someone. Because that's just unheard of. Tess, you realize that this is the dungeon of the Mad Mage, and you couldn't possibly know what to expect.
Would I know if unseen servants can be affected by spells or like effects?
Oh yeah, they're living creatures.
Okay. I would like to make sure that I was in that room. Let me just check something real quick. Range does that have? 30 feet. So be if I was here. Oh yeah, okay. I just want to make sure that I'm in that room, and I am going to raise my mace up into the sky and let the fog spill from the mouths that surround the mace, and everything within a 30-foot radius has to make a wisdom save of DC 15.
And put your token nearby. Move your token to try to be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, 1 second. I need to go into. Oh no, that's the measure. Here.
Cool. First, make 4 dex saves.
I was gonna say you gotta get through that to get that far.
Save. Okay, so that is that's a 21. Oh, that's a 23. Oh, that's an 8.
You trip and fall on your face.
God damn it.
So that means you stop 1 square before.
I'm well used to that trick. I did that trick.
You basically stop right next to Aaron, actually.
Yeah.
Do
Did you not see how I was like jumping over things earlier when I was coming through?
I could have sworn it was somewhere else. 1 minute. Let me measure something. Yeah, I'm still okay. Frustrated. I'm still going to kind of bring the mace down and point it.
Yep,
and have the
and
fox
before
go.
you get a chance to do that, roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yep.
Means
Nice.
That means I need to bring all your other characters over here.
Yes,
Yeah, you
yes,
are.
it does.
That is a lovely, cheeky little crit.
That's what I'm talking
Oh my
Oh,
god, I might
that
actually
about-
get to go somewhere decent.
about.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were saying about cheeky little crits.
This one. So.
Oh my god. Well, there's a marvelous
17
chance to
for
be
me,
first
and-
edition.
Oh, hang on, where are you? What's your modifier? +5. So. Oh, I'm typing in the wrong thing.
Jesus, Brandon.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm not last of the PCs.
And I'm gonna roll for Howlith's initiative. What's Howlith's dex modifier? Okay, so Howlith rolled... Howlet.
Hallett. Yep.
I missed one there. Okay, now time for me to roll for all these unseen servants.
Goodness gracious.
That's 120. That's a 3. It's a nat 1. Do. 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 And that, and I don't think they have a dex
They
modifier.
don't. They really
Yeah.
don't.
So before we actually start combat, should the rest of us move to about where we'd be before this starts?
Yes.
Yeah, so
And
you're
only
obviously
those two have
behind.
gotten-
Yeah, you're obviously behind me and Egro.
Yeah,
and not
but
in the
I'd
doorway
probably be
either.
About
Yeah,
there.
like that's as close as you could get without having to start taking deck saves to move in.
You'd be about there.
So I'd probably be
Yeah.
about beside.
If you were where you were standing, you would be standing right on an unseen servant,
Oh.
which
Oh, fair
means you would have had to have taken a dex save.
All right, so I'd probably be just right beside Lighty then. Ravnikins represent.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and of course I forgot to roll for this person.
Did you actually forget to roll for the person that isn't an unseen servant? Of
Yeah.
course you did.
Okay. And yeah. Okay. So then.
Lucan would probably do just round the corner.
Okay, and then after that, it's another of those. Cross those out. Next with you all is that boy. Cross that out. Then
Gotta love BD combats, don't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Said the DM very sarcastically.
Yeah, yeah.
Then cross those out.
Is it bad, like, when he was talking about the unseen servants, I literally thought of ReZero and, like, the last arc in it.
Okay.
Well, if you were, well, look at it this way: if it were that case, we weren't getting alive.
So no one's surprised with that roll. The first go is Tess's.
Yep.
All right. So if I want to get in a position, I've got to start passive unseen servants. Okay, so that I'm gonna measure to about where I want to get to.
Okay.
You tell me how many unseen servants I'm gonna have to. How many dex saves am I gonna have to make?
At least 4, depending on the path you take.
Yeah, I'm taking like. So it'll probably just be like. Yeah, so basically just following along that diagonal.
So
that's okay.
4.
Yep. All right, so I'm gonna start making dex saves, and you basically tell me when. And your aura extends how far?
10 feet away from me.
All right, so I won't get it for the first one, at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 squares.
Mod 20 on the first.
You succeed there.
All right, now I should be getting the benefits from his aura.
Good old +4.
That's +4 is unnecessary. That's a 28.
Jesus.
Yep.
That appears to be another mod 20.
Hmm.
Starting to roll low again. I don't like that.
Low.
Okay, that's a 17 on the die. So,
You managed to get through just fine.
all right.
Which is a lot better than Ben did.
Hey, I got pretty far.
I'm also a lot more dexterous
Yeah.
It's true.
than he is. So, yeah. Let's get up to.
So 3 squares in front of Ben.
Yep. So I'm gonna drop my turret in this upper, the upper right square for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna drop a flamethrower turret.
Not a bad call.
Okay. So let me see what the internet can conjure up today. So where next to you?
Upper right square. I don't remember how to ping, if I'm being honest. Yeah, right there. And it's pointing directly at.
Add yourself.
No, I'm gonna set myself on fire, obviously.
Can't punch me if I'm on fire.
Okay, what are you doing with this turret?
I'm gonna drop it on, and I'm going to expend forth a gout of flame at this person.
Oh,
you're just
cool,
going in to
involving
attack the
someone who
person.
wasn't going to be involved. You're doing great at this, Brandon.
Well, I'm literally doing to my knowledge.
Yeah.
You can't blame me when I'm acting with all the knowledge I've been given.
I know, I'm just find it funny this is the second time this session.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's just one to cop to her mistake. That doesn't mean she's not liable to make them in the first place.
It's true. It's true.
Okay, so you're gonna point this turret right at Priest Girl. And how does this attack work?
It's a 15-foot cone.
15-foot cone, so I assume that means that she needs to make a save.
Yep, and that'll be a dex save for basically...
She fails.
Alright, so that means I need to mark that I use my turret. He's taking 7 fire damage.
Okay. And is that all for your turn?
Unfortunately, because that uses my action.
Okay, Ben.
Okay. I'm going to continue trying to let that best spell from my mace flood out, and everything within a 30-foot radius needs to make a wisdom save of DC. Well, apart from my allies, needs to make a DC 15 wisdom save.
Cool, so at least she passes.
Jesus.
That's a lot of unseen servants.
Well, the thing about unseen servants normally is they have one hit point.
Okay.
So... but these aren't normal ones,
Well.
so...
So they become frightened of you when they fail?
Yep, everything that failed its save is frightened. They must spend their turns trying to move as far away from me as they can. They can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. They cannot take reactions, and for its action, it can only use the dash action to escape, or if it's cornered, they can try and use the dodge action.
Okay.
I'm wondering something. I don't know off the top of my head.
Well then, assuming that's the end of your turn.
He can still move after doing that, so...
Yeah. In fact,
Then-
I still have movement. I'd like to. I'll move up next to Tess.
Cool, that requires one dex check. Well, one dex save.
I'll move up there. We'll see what happens. 1 second. Let me pull that up. 2 dex. Oh, that's 22.
Yeah, you managed to get there. Okay. In that case, it is now Lucan's turn.
Okay. What would Loken do here? Okay, so Lucan's gonna like come around the corner, obviously. He's gonna see that he's gonna see that that person is on fire. And at this point, I assume he would assume that that's the target that we're going to attack. Because he's not really been, like, here kind of thing, in amongst it all.
No, Lucan would realize that this priest is just sending the unseen servants and probably has no intention of attacking themselves.
Okay. So he...
Well, he better shout that quick.
Yeah, he's
So
gonna
just
he's
realize
gonna
that's
relay that then. And basically just be like, "What are you doing? She means no harm to us," or something along those lines. However he would phrase it.
Lucan would say, "She herself is not attacking us, you idiots."
Eager will call out to the priest woman and say, "Now is your opportunity to call off the unseen servants."
So long as you heal me.
I'll do it. Yeah, Tess will say just like, "I'm sorry, I'll do it." And if she has to make any sort of insight check to whether I'm telling the truth, I'm being completely sincere about it. I will, at my next action, move to go heal her.
Okay. In that case, combat's over.
And I'm the murder hobo.
Yes, you are.
No, it's fine.
Have I noticed that Tessa's murder hobos has basically only been because the is
it's just one of them things. Like
It's just one of those
you have to
things.
play it like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't know what's going on, but you seem the cause, so attack you.
yeah. That's
Kind
how
of
I've
thing.
pretty much been.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how I justified her actions. So yeah, Tessa's just gonna run up to her and I'm gonna expend a spell slot for Cure Wounds.
Yep. Cool. How much do you heal?
Hopefully more than the 7 I dealt.
I'll be able to mop up any that you don't manage to heal with my Leon.
I don't know. I got a D8 plus my modifier. 7 exactly.
Oh,
Hey.
I've done my damage, and Tessa Berry is basically battling as just like, I'm so sorry. I was.
Yeah, and Lucan will just go in and say, well, she still sent those things to attack us, but she was just trying to keep us out of her room. You have to remember, this dungeon makes everyone paranoid, Tess.
I know. I realize that now, Lucan. I'll do better about it in future.
can I make a perception check to see if because we know that she's a priest. Can I make a perception check to see if I can see any form of religious symbolism, or anything that would tell me what kind of priest she is?
Yes, you are allowed.
Would
I will not be assisting in this jet because I'm probably too.
would that be
Focus on making sure
perception or would
she's
that be
alright.
religion?
That would be religion.
For you, it would be definitely be religion. I'd probably have to make a perception check to even see if I notice the symbols, and then a religion for the.
That's a 19.
19. You would notice that she's actually wearing 2 holy symbols.
Oh.
One shaped like a gold coin, which you would know as the symbol of Joaquin, the god of trade, and another is a black disc outlined in purple, the symbol of Shar, god of darkness and loss.
Oh.
Very fascinating pairing there.
Yeah.
And once Halith gets in, Halith takes one look at her and she looks absolutely more.
Oh no.
We found another one of his party members.
Yep.
And he just goes for a single punch.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Time to pick. Pick a side.
Oh no.
We're either gonna let her die or we're gonna
Is
fight the
there
ghost again.
any way for Igor to get between them?
Probably not.
Hey, you're the ones who agreed to let him get revenge on his former party members if he followed you.
It's true.
Yeah.
They were pretty bad people to have just sort of left him, so...
Yeah.
We do only have one side of the story though.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true.
This is why the fuck is no, I'm doing it. Fuck you,
And-
Brandon. Fucking this is why Igra is like not trustful of this fucking Revenant.
You're never going to get another side of that story.
Oh, wow, did he
no.
just kill her
Jesus.
instantly? Jeez.
God.
Well, farewell, potential
Well,
friends.
Evidence to a lot of damage to the targets of the revenge.
Yeah,
They're all
they
like,
get.
Oh, we're so sorry. Boom! There goes our head.
Yeah. And once she dies, the holy symbol of the god of trade just sort of crumbles to dust, as does Haleth.
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Okay then. So this is the only other party member.
that was fun.
Or at the very least, the one he wanted revenge against the
The
most.
specific one.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
Whoa.
that was fun.
Let's be off.
I mean,
Well-
well, I'd like to make an investigation check to see if there was anything left by either of these people.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at this point, it's just kind of like,
Why not?
well, shit.
They ain't using it anymore, you know.
And I'm not going to be helpful on the investigation check. That's a 2 on the die.
That's a 15 altogether.
Well, the priest has the holy symbol, which you would know, since it's made from obsidian and silver, you could probably sell it for about 25 gold. Well,
Yoink.
it's worth about 25 gold. You could probably sell it for less, depending on how well you do.
Yoink.
And then you also see off in a corner of the room a smiling portrait of Hallister.
God.
Of course.
Yep.
Goddamn Mad Mage.
Do the eyes follow us around the room?
Otherwise, in the room, there's a pretty long table which has a bunch of food and drink that looks very fresh, and it looks like that priest was in the middle of eating when you came in and killed her.
Ah,
Technically,
Well, that table's-
we
well,
didn't
everything-
kill her.
well, everything's on fire then.
Listen, she was.
so it's not
she-
very, so it's very much well done and burnt right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we're
So
having a
technically, we didn't kill her. Technically, Halleck killed her.
It's true. We didn't kill her.
yeah.
Ghosty boy killed her.
You also agreed to let him.
Well, to be fair, he acted before any of us literally could act.
It's true. Did not get a reaction on that one. To be fair, all I wanted to know was why it was she wanted us to leave. And she would tell me. That's all I wanted to
Yeah.
know.
Once I realized that Hallett was going towards her, I realized, oh, this could be a good chance to get the full story. Oops.
Too
Uh-oh.
late.
Oh, no. Well, this seems to
Yeah,
be a
did I
dead
mention-
end.
Did I also mention that Revenants also pretty much know the exact can learn the exact location of their party members?
Yeah.
of these people.
Okay, so this
Well-
is pretty much a dead end, so I guess we should start heading.
So, I'll put it this way for how much damage the Revenant dealt. If the creature's a target against which the Revenant has sworn vengeance, the target takes an extra 4d6 bludgeoning damage,
Holy shit.
Jesus.
as well as the 2d6 plus 4 that already happens, and he crit.
Oh my god.
There is no hope.
There
So,
was zero.
12d6 damage, basically.
Her head was taken
After I
clean
rolled,
off.
after I rolled the 6d6, I was like, yeah, she's already dead. I'm not gonna bother rolling the rest.
You see what that tells me when we eventually get back to the original? Pray to fucking God Maggie never comes back again.
It's only a challenge rating 5. You'll be fine.
We fine. Okay, so let's head out because like there's nothing outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just
Out
head
map.
out. Keep exploring.
So I guess up this way would make the most sense now.
Yeah, we
yeah,
still got
probably.
that area up there we haven't checked out.
Yep.
Hopefully we don't get mucked up in too deep a combat because maybe within like the next maybe like 20-30 minutes I'd like to put an end for today.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got a long week of work ahead of me.
So there's a door here, or we can keep going down the hallway.
I haven't been trustful of doors. I want to
Yeah,
avoid as
let's
many
go
doors.
down the hallway.
Here's the thing,
Avoid as
I wanna-
many doors.
Here's the thing, because we know that the Elder Room will affect us regardless of which, even if we don't know it's there on the other side of the door. I don't want to open. I don't want to open doors if we don't
Now,
fucking
here's the
have to.
thing. Hollister said it could be on either side. Did he say it would affect you regardless of what side it's on?
No.
No, he didn't. But that was the implicit
The implication
meaning of
was
I
that.
thought you implied that as long as the door was opened, it would activate the Elder Room.
Okay. So that's...
I genuinely don't remember what he implied.
He seemed to imply that if we open the door, that the room would activate it. But if we destroy the door, then we don't.
Yeah.
And as long as we don't physically touch the part of the door that still has the rune on it.
Here, I'm just moving you back here for a second.
Oh, okay.
So, that's not quite what he meant to imply.
Mm-hmm.
What I meant for him to imply was more that if you open a door and that door leads to a room with no other exit, you could be trapped with no alternative but to open a door with an Elder Rune on that side.
Oh.
And
Alright.
as you can see, judging by the fact that you've seen two doors that seem to lead to the same room, this room should be safe. In fact, you've seen... Yeah. So I moved Aaron back because now that I've properly stated that, you might want to go in the door or not.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah,
maybe
actually, at that point, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go in. We'll go in.
Let's
Now
go
it's just a matter of which. Now it's a matter of which door.
Probably the one that's just closest to us in that corridor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good
Alright.
to me.
All right. So we're going through the top one then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ba-ding.
And as soon as you open the door, about... Hold on, I need to get to the right... About maybe 30 feet away from you, you would notice what appears to be a floating skull of some sort. It's not alive, just floating.
Right.
Oh.
If you're, please tell me there isn't a token associated with this attack. Because depending on what you show me, I may have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Well, if there was a token associated with this, it would already be up there.
Fair, fair. Okay.
Good. No token.
Is there anything strange about the skull other than the fact that it's floating?
Wanna roll perception?
I rolled a 19, so on perception, that's a 29. Plus the 6
Eagle
from
doesn't see shit.
I rolled an 18 if
Negro,
it's
so-
relevant.
35 perception check.
Okay.
No, the Egro's bonus is only on saving throw.
It's only saving
Oh,
throws. Trust
sorry,
me. We
29.
our
That would be broken.
It would be
Yeah, no, that would
busted.
actually be borderline broken.
Sorry, 29 then.
That wouldn't just be borderline broken, Brandon.
No.
But yeah. So, Chris,
You.
you've heard of gelatinous cubes,
God damn it.
but you've never seen one big enough to cover up the entire hallway here ahead of you.
God damn it.
Let me just bring this into the token layer.
Big.
This-
Oh, that's. We picked the wrong door.
Look at it this way. It can't get through that door, right?
That's not true.
That's not how
Character.
gelatinous cubes work.
That is
Hold
super
on.
not true.
Does he say how much do I know about gelatinous cubes?
Let's figure this out. How much do you know?
I'm gonna be of no help. I probably didn't roll high enough on my.
Apparently I've just seen them before. 'Cause that was in that one.
How much does Egro know? I take it that's intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would be 18.
I mean, if I can get an intelligence check, I'll attempt it, but...
Well, Igra, you would know that normally a gelatinous cube would probably be able to fit through there. But this one seems like it's actually too big to even be able to squeeze through there.
Oh, well, Igor will be like, I've seen gelatinous cubes move through some pretty tight spaces, but this thing is huge.
How does
Specifically, it's gargantuan.
How does
Wow.
how does a gelatinous cube even get to that size?
I don't want to know.
I also super don't want to know.
I assume on a healthy diet of aspiring adventurers.
Yep.
Ooh.
Alright, well, we can't go through the cube.
Nope, sure fucking can't.
No.
And I don't even know what would hurt a cube like this. Like, I assume conventional weapons aren't going to work.
Well, if the black pudding encounter was an indication, slashing weapons are probably not gonna help.
Correct, yeah.
Igra, you rolled a 19, was it, on gelatinous cubes?
Yeah.
You would know that they actually don't resist any kind of damage normally.
Okay, I'll relay that. I'll just say, this isn't like before. Oh wait, was Igor there for the
No.
weapon?
No.
No. Well then I'll just say, actually, this thing will probably take any hits we throw at it.
You sure? Like, this looks like something that if I tried to strike it with my sword, it would just, like, melt my sword or something.
It definitely won't do that. I would be careful not to lose your sword in the cube, but it
Lucan
definitely
will just say, after all, that skull seems to be floating in it just fine.
That's a good point.
Maybe it just. To which Chess sort of says, maybe it just hasn't finished digesting the skull yet.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucan doesn't know anything about gelatinous cubes.
Yeah.
He's no help.
Yeah. All right. So at this
And
point, do I get the
I
intelligence
can't roll
check
for
it?
Howleth because Howleth is fucking dead.
Palace
I
is
can't
gone.
believe All right. So at this point, since I basically know what we're dealing with, do I get a roll?
You can try one more.
Okay. That's pretty good. Mod 20.
Because of the size of it, you just didn't expect it to be a gelatinous cube at first, but you would know that things die when inside the gelatinous cube by, like, acid damage and by suffocation, but the acid doesn't eat through all that much. Mostly just flesh.
Oh, that's okay. Igor likes the sound of acid damage because I resist acid damage.
Then
Yeah.
go ahead and take an acid bath,
So
Igor.
that means you'll effectively get to live twice as long as anyone else in there, but
Okay, so do we really need to go through this thing? Or do we just keep going? Like,
well,
mean,
it's not
even
like
if
it could come. It's not like it could come out after us. So, like,
Yeah.
if we just close the door, we can just.
we could just
Move the
close the
apple
door
along.
and just keep going.
I mean, on the other hand, it can't come out. So if we just pick it off from here, there might be some cool shit in that room.
Question: would I know if gelatinous cubes have any form of range attacks?
You don't see any reason why it would.
You see, the outside player in me that knows what this is and Lizzie are screaming two completely different things right now.
Yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
So my only concern is at the moment it can't fit through the door. I don't know if we start attacking it, whether it'll end up splitting apart and will be able to fit through the door. Like, if I'm slashing parts off of this thing, it's going to get smaller. Would it then be able to get through the door? And then we'd be in trouble.
Tess would know that that's not how gelatinous cubes work.
Okay.
Yeah, no, cubes apparently need to, from what I gather, cubes need to basically retain their form and shape, so they...
Okay.
Yeah, and
They're
if
not
you
the
cut a
splitting
part
kind.
off a cube, that part just is dead.
Right. And it just has like an indent in it for like the rest of its days, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Alright, well, here's my point. If we try to pick this thing off with, like, basically with range attacks and spells, should one of us try and go around to the other doors so we can basically maximize
Yeah, that sounds like a good
Our-
idea.
Yeah.
our points of attack if we're gonna take this thing?
Yeah, I'm fucking down for that.
Wise will probably go to this door and attack from there.
Yeah, Igor will probably go with Lightsy.
I'm
I was gonna say either.
I'm just
If you weren't, I
moving
was
you
gonna
all.
say. If you weren't, I was gonna because Ravnica represent.
Oh, in that
Okay.
case, if that's the case, if Lysy and Tess are on that door, then I'll stay up next to Aaron.
Yeah, no, Tess is actually kind of starting to come around the Lizzie a bit.
Yeah.
And then Lucan, as always, will stick with Aaron. Scalf.
I'll just be with the main group of the party.
The main group was
Well, the
split
party's
into two.
basically split into two.
Okay, I'll stay with the other. Yeah, so it's like 3 and 3.
Yeah, so it was 3 and 3. Yeah.
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 So just stay where your token is right now. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
I'll.
And
I'm gonna.
let me open up this door for you all.
I'm gonna turn to Aaron and Scalf, not Scalf, Aaron and Lucan, and say, I kind of like tap my height and just say, I'm pretty good at taking hits from acid, so I'll bring up front. I don't mind getting close to this thing.
Go ahead.
And they're just like, by all means.
Off you go.
So I pretty much know what my first act in combat's gonna be when it's my turn. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
don't-
Well-
I'll just say to Lizzie, just like let me allow me to soften this boy up.
Why don't you all roll initiative?
Sounds like a plan.
God damn it.
Looks like I'm gonna be having first shot on
Nice.
this between me and Lizzie. What are you, Chris?
Not quite a crit, but
That's a 1 on the die.
Correct.
Oh my
I
god.
tied with Ollie, but I have the higher dex modifier. So
Yep.
At least I might actually get a turn this combat, potentially.
depending on how meaty this gelatinous cube is, maybe.
Oh, Lord.
Can't believe I
You
got
and Lucan
15
both
for
rolled 15s?
both of us.
nice.
Like, considering we have different, like, modifiers on initiative, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then. Okay. So then I have. And then at the bottom, Chris.
Yeah.
There we go. Back where you should be.
The correct order of things.
Yep. The only time I roll high is when I have a chance at going.
Also, I was hoping that you all would converse with that priest before Aleph just went up and killed her, but you know.
We didn't have the chance.
We didn't get a
honestly.
chance. Well, I was
I was-
trying to
I was
converse
thinking
with her,
about
and
it,
she was
and it's
punching
like-
me with an invisible man.
I wanted to talk to her. The idea was as soon as like once
As
we
soon
had
as
stopped
Aleph
combat-
was able to go in, he saw who she was and he wasn't holding back.
Yeah.
as soon as she was healed, I was gonna be like, oh, and I was gonna start talking about her faith. I was gonna ask questions, and then Haleth was like, okay, she's dead.
No. The main thing is your decision to bring Haleth with you has changed that. You would have
Yeah.
learned that her name was Midna.
Oh wow. Ah.
And that she was a neutral evil human priest.
Oh,
Oh, so fuck her regardless then.
Yeah, so here's the thing you all never learned. Halif's adventuring party. They were an evil adventuring party.
Yeah.
Oh. See? Egret knew something was up.
I suppose we never did check into any of that.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
Anyway, I figured out this stuff. Brandon, you're first.
All right. I think I'm just gonna unload on this thing from the get-go,
Okay.
and I'm gonna smack it with a scorching ray.
Yes. Is that one you have to roll? Or...
Yep, that is range 3 range spell attacks on a hit. The target takes 2d6 fire damage.
What's your ranged spell... Like, what's your spell attack modifier?
For
Because I believe it's just don't roll in that one and you hit.
considering that it is a +9, I believe.
Yeah, it's just don't roll in that one and you hit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Also, I gotta double check the wording on the arcane firearm. Okay, so
Well-
one of the spells, one of these rays will also have additional 1d8 damage because of my focus.
Yeah.
So long as just no nat ones. That's what I'm understanding.
No nat ones. That
Just
goes
rolling
for
for the-
basically all of you, if not all of you. Did you
That's a nat
crit?
20. That's a nat 20. This
It's
thing's
the
gonna
opposite
hurt.
of a nat one.
I would love if you all were so scared of this thing and Brandon just one-shots it.
Okay,
God.
that's not a crit, but that's also 18 on the die, so that's a 27 total.
I mean, gelatinous cubes are a legitimate thing to be afraid of.
Yep, so all 3 rays are hitting. Where the hell's my bag of dice? I need more d8s than this.
Gelatinous cubes aren't that bad, Chris.
I'm sorry. I need one more d8 and a bunch of d6s is what I
You all
need.
were just scared because of its size.
I've
It's not
read
the
its
size
stat
that
block.
matters, it's how you use it.
Oh my god.
Zach, I've read its stat block. I know what they can do.
Did you read its challenge rating?
Yes. That doesn't mean anything. We've established this multiple times.
7, 8.
Look at Intellect Devourer's challenge rating and look how bad they are.
I mean, he's got a fair point.
As
Yep.
long as you don't let the cube engulf you, you'll be...
Okay,
Here's
so
the
this
thing.
thing is going to be taking a shit ton of fire damage.
You see, here's the thing about that. If the skull wasn't floating in it, none of us would have known it was there.
It's very
Yeah.
true.
Because gelatinous cubes need a successful DC 15 perception check to be seen.
Wow.
Yep. Otherwise, they're fucking invisible unless there's shit floating in them.
Mm-hmm. 41 fire damage.
41 fire damage.
Jesus.
That's a lot
Wow.
of damage.
Scorching
Yeah.
ray ain't
Wow.
no fucking joke, especially when one of the rays crits.
Yeah.
You were this close to bloodying it.
Wow.
That's
You'll
a lot
never
of
guess
health.
You'll never guess how off you were from bloodying it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The more things change, the more things stay the same.
It's
Yep.
true.
New level, same old shit.
Yep, pretty much.
Anyway. Now it's Ollie's go. Skelf, what are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
There's this gargantuan gelatinous cube that's just been burned quite badly.
A big, thick boy.
It's very thick. It's very big.
I don't really want to use spell slot on.
I think that's the thing. You don't really want to waste, like... Because resources are precious down here. You don't want to waste them.
No, but I don't really have anything.
This is my thing. I'm trying to think, what can I do that's gonna be safe and not, like, just a waste of resources?
Shoot an arrow at it.
Yeah, but then I
Look,
lose
here's the
the
thing.
arrow, potentially.
Yeah, so, Rob, here's the thing. I wouldn't have normally popped a second level slot on this thing, but given its size...
Yeah, you knew it was gonna take forever otherwise.
Yeah.
Big boy.
So basically, so that's in range of me. I'm going to move to there and Sacred Flame it.
Okay.
So that's a dex check.
It's a dex check. Gelatinous cubes are known for their dexterity.
Especially one of this,
Definitely.
Wobble, wobble, wobble.
especially one of this thickness.
So, let's just say it's lucky that it can't go below 1, because that would be a -1 if it could.
8 damage, and then I'm going to step back.
Step
8
in,
damage.
pot shot, step back out.
It's now bloodied. Okay, Ben.
It's a me.
Yes, the one person who is not worried about the acid damage for some reason.
Well, I mean, to a degree. Eagle's gonna
Also, the
take...
person who's entirely out of focus.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Your
I still
camera's
haven't
being-
figured out how to fix this yet.
I think you just
Fuck you.
need a ring light.
Yeah, working
Yeah,
on it.
I'm thinking
It's
just a
fine
light
though.
source will be good for you.
Eagle's gonna step here, and he's just gonna take a little. Is that within 5 feet?
Yes.
Yes.
No, not that. This.
No. Yes.
Okay. Well, and I'm gonna take an almighty swing at this thing. With my first attack with my wonderful amazing mace. And I'm gonna roll. I mean that's an 18 on the dice, so
Again, if it's not a nat 1, you probably hit.
and
Armor
I'm
class
going,
of 6.
and I am gonna use a second level spell slot, and I'm gonna use Divine Smite.
Okay.
Which lets me do oh god, how many d8 is it? So 2d8 plus 1 for each spell higher than the first.
So 3.
That's 3 extra d8.
Yes.
Well, on top of the d6 4. So 6. So that's 8 plus god d8. And then 23, and that's 29 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna swing again,
Yes.
and that's a 10 plus whatever attack is.
It's a
so
hit.
10.
Yeah.
And then I'll just expend a level 1 spell slot instead of a level 2 spell slot. So that'll
down.
just be,
Bring it down.
and then
That'll be overkill. That's what it'll be.
well, that'll be well.
Something quite like it.
God, that'll be 11.
Its health is equal to its armor class, Ben.
That'll be like 19 damage.
Okay, so it goes 13 under, and when you deal this last strike on it, it just explodes in a mess of acidy goop that you have no chance of avoiding with where you are. Aaron, roll a dex save.
Alright. I got a 15.
15. Aaron, you managed to jump here. Igra, you'll take...
Spleesh.
I need to get out another d6.
Again, I'll take things you never want to hear your DM say.
Oh, it's not that bad. He's somehow only taking, because it's halved, 2 acid damage. And then the acidy goop just sort of evaporates and disappears.
Yep.
And that is where we're leaving off for today.
Yeah.
Okay.
The radiant energy courses through the cube's body and boom!
Explodes. Oh, well.
You all were so scared and it dealt a whole 2 damage.
This session was a bit of a weird one, because we...
You killed Terry.
We killed Terry. We managed to convince the goblin leader that he was being possessed by the Xanathar Guild. and then we went and found a cleric who was murdered by the ghost that was following us around. And then ran into a giant gelatinous cube.
I told you all when I chose this campaign that it wouldn't be entirely combat in the dungeon.
No, there was some very interesting fights in this.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair point.
Oh, dear me.
Besides, you all haven't even reached Skullport yet.
No.
Oh, yay!
But we've because of how large that goblin area was, it's actually quite a large section that we've been through.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe
So,
this won't take us 7 sessions to beat this floor.
who knows? Who knows?
I mean, you all have explored a fair bit. You've also only explored the northern, maybe, third.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. Right.
Yeah.
I guess we should wrap it up then. So if you enjoyed the stream, you should give us a follow. You can also join the Discord, and you'll be alerted as to things that I'm doing in the future. D&D is on Sundays, so next Sunday we'll be continuing on with this. On Saturdays, I do Zelda streams. Currently we're playing through Skyward Sword as part of a long Zelda marathon. During the week, I'll be playing some Pokemon Shield for the first time. So it's my blind playthrough of Pokemon Shield. So you can do that. Ben does some Starfinder stuff in his Discord as well. So feel free to follow him, Ben McLeary, in the chat, and join his Discord. Because a few of these guys do a Starfinder session, which you can listen into in the Discord VC, if you want to.
Some of the most ragtag bunch of misfits I've ever had the pleasure of creating.
Yeah. With that all said, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next stream. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.